Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Before we get started, let me make sure that our audio is all good. I think we're good. Okay. Welcome so much to everybody who is watching. We're so glad that you're here. My name is Paul. I'm with the Dicey Review. And joining me this evening, I'm so excited because we have the captain.
Hey, it's the captain. How you doing?
Which is perfect because we're going to be fighting the Moloch, right? Oh, man.
No, I don't think that's what this scenario is. I was told it was called Castaways.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got the Game Found campaign got me all excited about Robinson, so I put Robinson Crusoe on the poll this week, and man, it won. It won again. Robinson's a popular game.
Yeah. Yep. I think a lot of people are kind of psyched about it because we want to find out exactly how to play this thing. So when we get it, there's no hesitation. In the past, I think a lot of people have they've looked at the game, they may even own it, and it's sitting on their shelf, and they're just intimidated by it. And I get it, but
oh yeah,
we got to get them over that. They got to get over that. Just go ahead and play it.
So here's the thing. I'll knock it out right out of the gate. We're going to play some things wrong because Ben, who is in chat, was not able to join tonight. He's the one who knows all the rules and things like that. But that being said, we are playing the beginner scenario, which I've only won one time. So we're going to start you off easy. If you have never played Robinson, you can crash course along with us and watch us misplay everything in grand fashion. And if you're a veteran, you can sit back and laugh until you cry at all of the mistakes that we make. So no problems there.
Now I want to preface this by saying we're not making mistakes. We're playing on easy mode because if you want to do it easy.
That's true. And if you're picking the game to do it easy, it's Robinson Crusoe. That's what we did. Easy. Yeah.
That's not cheating. That's just what is it? It's a creative rule interpretation.
There you go. You know what? And I am sorry. Welcome to everybody who's watching. I am going to be watching the chat. I've got a really interesting setup in here because I'm trying to use some of my old stream stuff, so I'm not watching the chat over here like I used to. But I will be trying to watch the chat and say hey to everybody. So welcome to Ruby, to Graham, to Ben, everybody who's saying hey. Thank you all so much for watching. And yes, Ben, we do need to decide on which characters we're using. I know for sure we're using Friday, and he mentioned that we could use the dog, which would probably be helpful if we did that. But let's see here. And you can use the dog to make it easier in a two-player situation.
Absolutely.
Where's the dog? Where is the dog? The dog is one. If we have to, we can just grab like one red pawn. The dog is...
We just get a token, yeah. I mean, we don't have to have a thing that says it's the dog.
All right, where's the dog? Well, we'll find the dog here in a second, hopefully. If not, we can just use an extra. Because the dog can help you only in hunting, I believe, is what the dog can do. So
yeah.
And maybe explore as well. But speaking of...
Yeah, we'll go with that. It can help you with hunting and exploring. Since we don't have a card to tell us, I think if I were making the game, I would have the dog help me with hunting and exploring.
Yeah. And
I'll tell you what, for this scenario, Paul, we have a dog that helps us with hunting and exploring.
That's true. We got a really good dog. We had a trained, helpful dog.
Yeah. I also have another dog. No, I have a monkey. Well, and the monkey helps me with carpentry.
Yeah, let's use some of the companions from the Game Found campaign. Let's use some of the new ones. Those are great. We should decide which characters we're going to play. We have to pick two, unfortunately. Yep. So which one would you like to be? We've got three choices here. We took the soldier out because the rulebook said that the soldier is not as useful in two-player games.
All right. Well, I'm cool with anything. I think that no matter what I say, I'll probably be wrong as to what is the most helpful. I would definitely say the cook is probably one of the most helpful ones to have.
Okay.
I think because it's got that healing and stuff like that. So I feel like that's pretty good. The carpenter, we will need to build some stuff, as I remember, to get some stuff done here.
Decision made. Carpenter and cook it is.
I think that makes the most sense.
All right, carpenter and cook,
Yeah,
and
and
I'll be the
our
cook.
conversation about uh, uh, females in the workforce, I think I'm going to leave it on the female side here, carpenter, because I think I've always played the male carpenter and I've died in this scenario. So I feel like women
You know
power.
what?
I think
And
I'm going to
that's
go with woman power here.
and that's actually really thematic because I thought about being a chef whenever I was in high school. So I'm going to be the male cook. I'm just going to role play my own life. I'm a male
Okay.
cook that from a 3-star Michelin restaurant or whatever it is that got stranded on this island. So we're going to be eating in style,
Paul, from the looks of that picture, you've really let yourself go.
Well, I was fired, and also my wife left me. And also I have a weird thing with seafood. I really like that squid. I won't let it go, but that's okay. So decisions have been made, and I think we're ready to go. We will talk you through very briefly how to play this game. It's actually a lot simpler than some people think it is. I think there are a lot of kind of what ifs questions that come up with different scenarios, but the basic the basic structure of how to play the game is pretty straightforward. You have a scenario that you have to play, and each scenario has some specific goals and some specific rules. We are playing the Castaways scenario, which will last for 12 rounds, and the goal of this scenario is to try and build a wood pile before the winter comes, when in round 10, 11, or 12, I believe it is, whenever there's a ship that comes. If we can build up this wood pile and light it, the ship will see that wood pile and we're rescued from the island. So that is the goal of the scenario. Scenarios may also have some special effects that happen on cards and tiles. Since this is the beginning scenario, we don't have any effects with cards and tiles. So that's kind of the basic idea of what a scenario sheet looks like. And then we have some special items that we can build that are scenario specific as well. So we can build some stuff to kind of help us get wood. But other than that, you pick a character. Your character has some special abilities, has a health track that you want to avoid getting to the skull and crossbones, because if either one of us dies, we lose. And then we just kind of go through the sequences of the rounds. So you always start off with an event phase. In the first round of the game, we don't have an event phase, and we have an event card that's been kind of pre-populated because we've washed up on the beach here and we noticed that there are some food crates on the beach. This is our starting tile with our little camp token right here. So this is where we're starting, is at the beach. And then we will go through the rest of the phases. So we have a event phase, then we have the morale phase, which is next. So we don't gain or lose any morale because it's at the start of the game. And then we have a production phase where we produce goods. So we will produce the goods that are on our camp tile. So we have a food and we have a wood on our camp tile right here. So we get those goods in our available space. So we've got food that's available and wood that is available. And then we're ready to plan.
Even though that's a picture of a fish, all food looks like a banana unless it's non-perishable, and then it looks like orange toast.
Yeah, you found a freshly made slice of toast on the island, which is great.
Right. Yeah.
What you really need to find is the person who's baking that bread, because they've obviously gotten a lot farther on this island than you have.
Yeah. Yeah. They're making like circus peanut bread or something.
Yeah, they're eating Snickers bars and all kinds of crazy crap. You need to find wherever they are. Okay, so
bread.
that is the basic. That's the basic structure for the first 3 little phases, and then next we have our action phase. So this is where we'll get to plan out and do our actions. So we each have 2 action pawns that we can use. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Nope. I was just going to say that we have 2 action pawns.
Oh, okay.
And we can use one of them, but if we use one, then we're unsure if we're going to get it done. And if we use 2, we know that we're going to get it done. Unsure that we get it done means we have to roll these dice, and there could be consequences, and usually there are.
Yeah.
I am terrible at those dice.
That's kind of
we don't really have a way to mitigate that. You can have determination tokens, which you could earn from morale that you could use to re-roll those dice, which is a nice way to mitigate that. So, like maybe at first we need to be a little more structured about it.
Hmm.
Maybe I don't know. Avoid the bad stuff at first. I'm not sure.
It's kind of like it's kind of the fun of the game, right? Like so, like Eric was saying, you can and we can help each other out. So like if I go and if I say I want to go explore out here, you put your tile out here, and if only one person goes, it's risky and you have to roll the dice. But if two people go, you really focus, you take your time, and it's a sure thing. So you don't have to roll the dice. But the way this game works, you have to take some risks, right? Because we only have the potential of really 6 actions per turn because we've got 4 of our pawns, we've got Friday, and then we've got a dog that we can use. So you have to start stretching yourself out a little bit to just meet the goal of the scenario eventually. If you play it safe, you're just not going to get what you need in time. So, I mean, but that being said, yeah, you plan your actions and this is kind of the worker placement spot. So you can either go do the event card. So each of these worker placement spots on the board will have a number of pawns that are required. So like right here to hunt, we can hunt later in the game and that requires 2 people because that has 2 pawns. You'll have actions that you can take on the event cards. So like this one, you can go there with 1 pawn or 2 pawns and it gives you different rewards. And then all of these types of actions, building and gathering and exploring, you can go with 1 or 2 pawns like we were saying and either be risky or make it a sure thing. And then you have a couple of actions down here where you can just kind of tidy up the camp or rest to heal, and you gain rewards for doing those types of things. So that's basically the actions that we have available. And
the other thing is building, right?
Yeah. So building will allow you to do a number of things. So like if you take a build action, which we're going to need to do in this scenario, because you can either build a shelter, you can build a roof level to kind of protect you from the rain, you can build a palisade to protect you from storms and animals and things like that, or you can build all of these different items. So if we decide that we want to build, we won't actually put our marker right here. We'll put our marker on what we want to build. So like for instance, if I take a build action and I say, okay, I want to build the shovel, because we've discovered the shovel. Because you have to discover certain types of land to have access to these items. So we start off on the beach. We've discovered this land type, so we can build the shovel. So if I go here, I'm going to say I'm going to build the shovel. So I'm going to put my pawn there to say that's what I'm trying to build. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can go build. And some of it just has prerequisites. Like we have to discover the river and pay a wood to build the dam. We have to discover some mountains to build the fire. And then to resolve this action, you may have to roll some dice as well. Which you will see momentarily.
Just to be clear, the black pawn looking thing that he has on top of that particular card is just noting what land space we had. So we have to explore some more, like getting the rivers and the hills and the mountains in order to fulfill some of these things. And it's not that bad to do, but just so that we know what's what, we just put a black marker on those so that we can say, okay, here's some other things that we can build.
Yeah.
So that just makes it easier. That's what that's about. And
you'll see that pretty quickly because I think we probably want to try and do a little bit of exploring in the first round just to see if we can find some stuff, you know. Plus, we have a dog token that we're using that's really only good in the first rounds until we find some animals to hunt. The dog really only helps in an explore action. So we need to do some exploring. So I think I may do that. So we're in our action phase. So we're going to go ahead and put our tokens out, talk about what we want to do, and then resolve our actions.
Okay. All right. We don't really have to talk about our own specific actions that our characters can do as well, because we don't have any of those tokens. What are they called again?
Determination tokens.
Determination tokens.
Yeah.
So, but each of our character boards also has 4 different things that we can do by discarding determination tokens to get that stuff done. So obviously the carpenter, I can, maybe build things easier and stuff like that if I had determination, but I don't. So that's not even a thing to consider right now.
Yeah, but we can help that along because we can take an action to get some determination, and we can increase our morale because when you increase your morale, you get determination. So, and yeah, these special powers, like Eric was saying, are each player has their own, each character has their own, and they're super helpful. They're really powerful to help you win the scenario. So you'll get to see those as we kind of go through it here a little bit. But yeah, I think we should do a little. I'm going to try and do a little bit of exploring, and I'm going to take the dog with me. I'm going to grab a green pawn as a dog. So we
have a green dog.
I'm doing. It's malnourished. We need to find some food for this dog. So I'm doing a no risk explore action out here. I'm going to explore this tile.
So now I'm going to tell you my philosophy on this exploration.
Okay.
And it's never worked out right. I always feel like you should go for the middle one because then
That's right.
You've got more choice. If you go in the corner, you've got less. This is me. Maybe I'm wrong.
No. That's a good point. And this is why it's great to talk through strategy during this action phase, because if we find somewhere where we can move our camp to right here, then we can explore all around us and gather all around us. Because really, the goal of this scenario is find wood and don't die. That is literally the goal. The goal of this scenario is find a bunch of wood and just don't die.
That would be easy.
Yeah, it's not. It's really hard. So positioning yourself well is good.
Part of the problem that we didn't talk about was the idea that the winter is coming. There is going to be weather dice that are going to come into the scenario. Mm-hmm. And that's going to happen. And the only way we can avoid that is by helping improve our camp. And in order to do that, we need wood. But we need wood for the fire. So we need a lot of wood.
We're going to need to gather wood. Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. So we can explore. I think, I don't know if I'm the first player this round or not, but I think it's a good idea for us to start getting some determination. So I may go and clean up or increase our morale once.
Yeah.
And then Friday can also do a thing.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tell some amusing anecdotes and give a motivational speech.
So now I can try to build a shovel, because that's the only thing that's available to us. Or I could go ahead and do an explore action as well.
You know what we could do? I could be risky. And then we could let Friday go and not risk.
Yeah, you can't let the dog go by himself.
No, but the dog can support. So you can support each other with actions. Friday can do actions by himself. If he's doing an action with a player, he has to support, but he can go off and do things by himself, and he can take wounds and everything. But he's not going to take a wound in this scenario, in this case, because we're not being risky with it.
So it's less important that we build a shovel, I think, right? I don't even remember. What's a shovel?
Well,
you need a shovel?
I mean, maybe. So there's stuff that, like, there are certain items that require the shovel, which we didn't get any of those. But then there's also some events that'll say, like, if you have the shovel, you can do this or whatever.
Gotcha. So I don't think that that's super necessary.
Maybe not.
To me, I think maybe it makes sense for me to go with you and also to do this food crates.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So if so one of the other things is an important part of this game as well is that every night phase we each have to eat. So it actually might not be a bad idea. If Eric goes and does this with one pawn, we're going to get one food. If we go and do it with two pawns, we'll get two food. So we won't take any wounds. Because in this game, if you don't eat, if you don't have enough resources to pay for stuff, anything, basically, if you don't have enough, you take wounds. That's kind of the tracker of the game. Anytime you take a wound, you have to move along this heart track, and it's really bad, which we will definitely take wounds in this game. But
we're starting with one food right now.
That's true.
So we don't have to have two food. I don't know.
That's true. Well, but one of it's non-perishable, though.
Yep. Which means it'll save for next round. So I could do this, and then you can take a risk. I don't know.
I think that's fine. That's okay if we start taking wounds.
All right.
I think we're good. We need to.
Sure.
All right. So
And that was our first fatal mistake. We thought we were good.
That's where it all went downhill. No, it's all good. We're going to be fine. We're going to be great.
All right.
I have lots of misplaced confidence. So we'll be great. So now that we've decided where all we're going to go, we resolve everything from left to right on this track. So or on the bottom of the board. So the event gets resolved first. So Eric does this event, and we get 2 food. One perishable, one...
I found some crates here on the beach.
Non-perishable. Anything we gain during the round goes up here into this not available right now space, and it becomes available at the end of the round. Because this is all supposed to be kind of happening simultaneously. The other thing, the reason that it's good that Eric cleared off this event is these events will move over on this track, and if they get pushed off the track, we get bad things happen. So it's good to take care of these events.
This one, however, the first one, we don't really have to resolve because nothing happens on it. So it is as blue sky as you can get with events, but yeah, it's good. Most of the time we need to get those cleared.
It's good because this one gave us food too, and we can't gather just yet, so that was helpful for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so then we are going to... Are we building anything? We're not building anything.
We did not build anything because we didn't know that if we really needed the shovel.
Yeah, okay, so we're not hunting, we're not building or gathering, we're just going to go explore. So we can resolve these explore actions in any order we want to. Let's go ahead and do the not risky one first. So
all right.
Friday is exploring, and it's not risky. And this could not be any better. Holy crap.
Here, I'll put the doggy over here by Friday.
Oh my gosh, look at this. So this is perfect. Number one.
Oh my goodness.
Number one, we discovered mountains, which is great. So now, whenever you discover a new landscape type, you get to cover up all of these prerequisites. So like, for instance, the knife and fire require a mountain to build because you like go to the mountain and find flint or something to make a fire. So we get to cover up those prerequisites, and now we can build the fire, which is great because I think we have to build the fire to win the scenario. So that's awesome that we discovered that. And the other amazing thing about this tile is that we discovered a natural shelter. That's what this little tent icon means. So if we move our camp, we like found a cave in this mountain, and we're not going to take any damage from just the elements during this round. So that's great.
Your arms were my natural shelter. You said you were going to take care of me.
No, I said I would be the big spoon. You misheard me.
Okay.
A few other things that happened. So we've already done our little landscape discovery thing here. Mm-hmm. We also found an animal, so we get to kind of populate the hunting deck. So as we kind of go through the different areas of this island, we find animals, and we don't know what it is yet, but we were like hearing some noises.
That could be a really bad thing.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably like a mountain lion or something, some kind of crazy tiger. And then we also found a discovery token, which is great. That's what this little symbol means, which we get to draw from a bag, and those are typically good things. I think they're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any discovery tokens go in the not available future resources space. But this one's fantastic. Yeah. God, I promise I didn't pre-populate anything, but we're getting like really good stuff.
It's awesome, man. You did a good job.
Yeah, so we're doing well so far, but now we have to take a risky action because I explored up here and I did not use 2 pawns. So when you take a risky action, you have to roll these dice. So let's see what happens. Let's roll them and see. What is the shortcuts are? Easy enough. Roll. All right. Oof. Okay. This isn't bad because it shows all of what can happen. So you can either roll a success or a failure. The little bone symbol is a success. So we succeeded at the action, which is great. But I took a wound while doing it. That's what this heart means. So first and foremost, I'm going to go down here and take a wound because I like tripped over my gigantic squid as I was trying to find this new land. And I rolled a question mark, which means that I have to resolve an adventure card, which some of them are good, like maybe 0.1% of them are good, and most of them are bad.
Yeah.
but that's okay. Holy cow. Look at what we discovered. We discovered 3 discovery tokens.
Oh my goodness.
And
we got another animal too.
And we found another animal lurking near the river. And we discovered a river tile. So now anything that requires a river, we get to cover up, like the dam, and I think that's it. But
no, we get the map too.
Oh, nice. The map is really good.
Oop.
Okay. You guys die yet? No, we didn't die, Ben. It's round 1. Come on. We can't mess up that bad. At least I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay, but now
the slower we play, the longer we live.
That's true. We're just pushing
That's
off.
the secret to this game. You can say I survived for hours.
We're pushing.
It was only 2 rounds, but still.
We're pushing off the inevitable, but that's fine. We got some great stuff though too. We got a goat, which is good for food. We can increase our palisade level, and we got a special item. So each scenario, let me drag this over here real quick and we can talk about it. Each scenario has 4 special items. So like for instance, there's all these different tiles that you can get. We pulled this one, which is the medallion of a lady. It's pretty generic. We just found a medallion of some lady, but that's great.
You know what? That does my heart good. It really does. I feel very positive about that medallion.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, this some lady reminds me of my mom, and it's just really giving me some good vibes.
Yeah.
And because of that, we can turn it in to get 3 determination tokens, which is great.
Yeah.
So we found one of the special tiles that we can get during the round or game. So that's awesome.
Hey, look, if you turn this medallion upside down, oh, never mind.
Yeah. What was it? Oh my God. Well, we're in really good shape. We're in really good shape because, I mean, we've gotten 4 things. We got some food. We're looking good. We have not resolved our adventure yet, so we have to do that. But it's looking okay. So
we got a lot of stuff in our box, man. That's pretty awesome.
Holy crap. We even pulled one of the rare good event cards. I promise I didn't do this on purpose.
Oh, this is awesome. Keep this card.
Yeah, you can use it once. It temporarily gives you +3 weapon level, discard after use, which is great because we're turning over some animals. So this is fantastic.
Yeah, you found a skeleton in the jungle and it was holding a pistol.
It was holding a working,
and it had this awesome medallion too.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the pistol was cleaned and maintained. It still fires.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. It only fires once though.
All right, we'll leave it right here. This is like our shared card here.
All right.
Okay, cool. So those are all of our actions up here. We only have one more action remaining, which is just I'm going to gain 2 determination tokens, and then we will increase our morale. So we increase our morale by 1, which means that next round, Eric's going to get a determination token, which is great.
Yep.
And I gain 2 tokens that I can use to maybe help us out if we need to use one of my special abilities. So that's awesome.
And Cook has a lot of things like healing and stuff like that, and food when we need it and stuff like that. He can make meals, I think. I believe.
Yeah, I would.
You can make hooch, which allows you to weather the storm, so it keeps you warm. That's nice. You also have the stone soup, which is basically making food out of nearly nothing.
That's great.
So we've also got, what is this? Scrooger? What is that?
Scrounger.
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 Oh, scrounger. Right. You're scrounging for food.
Yeah.
So you discard 2 to re-roll a gray dice during your action.
Which is great because we're going to need to be doing some gathering during this scenario for sure. I love it that Hooch, you just don't care that you're getting snowed on. You don't feel it. You're drunk. It's fine.
We just get you lots of those determination tokens, Paul, and we'll survive the winter with some Hooch. I think That's a strategy I've never tried. So I think that might be viable. You never know.
I can use, so we have to stick around. We have to weather the weather phases because we do have to make it to round 10 at least before the boat shows up. And you know what I didn't even think about? We could have knocked out the first level of our wood pile. So the way that this wood pile works is before the action phase, we have to put some wood over here, and it has to be 1 wood, 2 wood, 3 wood, 4 wood, 5 wood, and you have to do it. You can't do it more than once per round unless you use this.
Well, then we should put
this
one
mast.
in
Yeah, so we're gonna retro that a bit and cheat, but that's okay. That's okay. Because our goal is to build the fire and knock out this wood pile. So we have done one of those things, and then now that we've discovered the mountain, maybe next round we could try and build the fire, which would help us out in a number of ways. But that's pretty much the first round. We go through. We now have to go through a weather phase, which there's not a weather phase. But at the end of the round, the action phase, we do get all of this stuff. So all of this stuff comes down, and we can use it. We've got some food, we've got all of these cool items, and we can kind of use these items whenever we want to, honestly. We can't use the goat just yet because we have to have a weapon level of 1 to use the goat, so we don't have that just yet. But we could turn this in to get a treasure, we could get 3 determination tokens, and that can be kind of distributed amongst us, I think. So if you wanted to get, we could each end up with 3, because you're about to get 1.
Oh, I got you.
Anyway, yeah, so we have all kinds of stuff that we can decide to do, which is great. But let's go ahead and go through the weather phase. We don't have anything to roll. So normally, like Eric was saying, later on in the game, there will be some weather dice that show up, and we have to roll those during the weather phase to kind of see how much rain we have, how much snow we have to endure, all kinds of crazy stuff that happens on the island. So we don't have anything there, so we can go ahead and skip through the weather phase, which we're supposed to have a little tracker to move down as we go through these phases. So we've done our action phase, now we're in the weather phase, and then we go to the night phase. So in the night phase, this is where we can kind of heal up, move our camp, do kind of resting and moving actions. But the best...
Hey, Paul, what's in that treasure box?
So that's the thing. We could do some of that stuff. I think right away, I want to move our camp, because if we move our camp, we don't take damage from sleeping out in the elements because we've got a natural shelter. So I want to do that for sure.
I like it.
And let me make sure the timing is right here. Yeah, number 1, players can move their camp to an adjacent island tile. So we did it. We moved to a shelter spot, so we won't take any damage, because if you sleep out in the elements, you each take a wound.
Yeah.
So we avoid that. Then we have to eat. So we each have to discard a food here. So we each chow down on 1 big banana, and that somehow sustains us.
That banana is awesome.
From a hard day's
banana
labor.
Tasted odd like fish, though, Paul.
That's true. Well, we did find it in the ocean. No telling how long that banana has been there.
Okay.
It was salted and preserved somehow, I guess. And we have a bread. So normally, if you don't use all of your food, it goes away. But this bread sticks around, so that's great.
It's the Cheeto dust on it that keeps it fresh.
It's true. It's made by Frito-Lay, so there's plenty of good preservatives in this bread that keep it in good shape. And as Eric said,
we moved the thing. We could use these thorns to build up our palisade so we don't get attacked by critters.
Yeah, so let's do that. We're gonna chunk this. So we're gonna use these items. These are one-time use, so we're using them and they're gone from the game. So we have a palisade level of 1 now, which is great. So we'll just put a little tracker right there. We can also.
So normally you would spend wood equal to the number of players that you have, basically. And so in a 2-player game, we would have to spend 2 wood. Isn't that right? It's 2 wood for the palisade?
Yeah, that's the cost for all 3 of these things right here. So to build a shelter, which keeps you from sleeping in the elements, to build a roof, which protects you from rain that we'll get later in the scenario, and to build a palisade, which protects you from like angry animals and storms and stuff like that. The costs for building those different levels on the tracks are all right here, and it's different based on the player count. The cool thing is that we actually have a goat, which will give us a hide, which will allow us to build up maybe a roof level, because we don't have to build a shelter now because we found a natural shelter in this cave area, which is great. That's normally like one of the number one
which
things to
saves us,
do.
like, it immediately saves us 2 wood.
Yeah, which is actually in this scenario, since we need wood so badly, I think we should focus on, we're missing an animal too. We were supposed to get another animal.
Yep.
We might want to kind of hunt a little bit and see if we can get fur to spend instead of wood, because then that way we can save our wood for the fire.
Exactly. I like that idea.
But anyway. Okay, so we've done that, and as Eric was saying earlier, we have a treasure chest. So Eric, let's discard this and let's see what we find. Treasure cards are super cool.
Here.
So yeah,
the
treasure
stack of 52. Go ahead, brother.
The treasure cards.
One who was exploring.
So the way these work, you can turn over traps, which are these little pitfalls with spikes, treasure cards, which have a little treasure symbol, or monsters, which look like this T-Rex. And you just flip through until you find what you're supposed to resolve, right? So we're supposed to resolve a treasure, so we would flip through until we find a treasure card. For us, luckily, we found some old clothes.
Little smelly, but they still work.
Oh my gosh. Look at this, though. These are fantastic. So we don't have to deal with snow.
Keep this card from now on. One snow. That's only one snow.
One snow, yeah.
Rain.
But that's crazy good, though, because snow, later on, whenever we start rolling the weather die, snow makes you burn wood, which is really bad for this scenario because we need all the wood we can get. So the snow, the old clothes protect us from one snow roll on the die, which is great. So that's fantastic.
Maybe there was a certain female Polish designer who helped us out in this and had it set up to where when we logged in.
Yeah,
she's nice. She's nice like that. I'm just saying, it could be true.
She is nice. Whenever she destroyed me playing the Moloch, she was very nice about it. She was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm gonna win by 20 points. My bad."
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we've done so. Do we want to?
I feel like that was a pretty darn optimal. Like, even though you didn't explore and you got all the things, right? Mm-hmm. You did take 1 damage, so that was really the only negative we had.
Yeah, because I mean, the event was positive, which almost never happens. The adventure was positive.
Yeah,
which is rare.
Right.
And we still have an item. Do you want to use this to get some determination tokens for next round?
I mean, we might as well.
Might as well, yeah. Okay, cool. So let's get that, and we get 3, and I believe we can
just. I'm gonna get 1, so
Yeah, and I think we can distribute
give me one
those.
Of those 3, and you can have the other 2, and then we'll both have 3. Because we don't know unless you want to talk about what we can do and figure out. Because I can do construction, discard 2 determination tokens to spend 1 fewer wood during 1 action of any type.
Well, and so
which would include probably building the fire, right?
Yeah, so 3 unlocks our really good powers. So we have two powers that are 2 tokens and 2 powers that are 3, and our 3 powered actions are really good. So like this one lets you get an additional helper for building something, which is crazy awesome. I think each of us having 3 would be really helpful, because that one lets me just get a food, which might really help us out, and the 3 also lets you build stuff easier, which is going to be great for this scenario. So if I took 1, you take those other 2, and then you'll get 1 more during the next.
One of my 3s is basically I'm sort of the professor, and I decide that, hey, I think I can build a radio out of these coconuts. I think that's what happens on this one. So we actually get to discard 3 and then draw 5 invention cards and choose 1.
Yeah, I mean, all of these are really good.
Yeah. Yeah, so I agree with you. Let's split it up 3 each.
All right.
Where are those tokens? Do you know where they are?
Yeah, they're up here below. They're right there below the special wound thing. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat. I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry.
fine.
Hey Don, how's it going? Ruby, oh good, Ruby's keeping us honest. We forgot the animal tile. Yeah, Ben says we need to name the goat Ignazi. So I'm fine with that. We can name the goat Ignazi. And then it took, let's see here, it took Ephraim 8 times to win Castaways. We'll see. This is my fourth time to play it. So, and I've only won once. So I'm 1 for 3 on this scenario, which should make you feel really good about our chances. Anyway, oh no, I got special wounds here. Hold on,
What's that?
I already got my 3. My bad.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm going to put these up here, and then we're done with the round, so we're ready to move on to round 2. So round 2, we'll reset this. We'll go to the event phase. So this is actually the first time where we will see an event card show up. So at the start, and then Eric will become the first player. So Eric's first player. So at the start of every round, round of the game, we have an event phase. So during the event phase, you turn over an event card and resolve the top of it, which is usually bad. So the top of this one has a brown question mark, which means that we put a question mark on the brown build space, which is really bad because we're gonna definitely need to build. And this basically means that no matter, even if you're not taking a risky action, you still have to resolve an adventure for this round, which can be bad, but that's okay. And then we had some heavy rain, so we have to put a rain token in the weather space, which means we will have to fight off some rain this round. So we might need to get a roof level. So we'll see what we can do.
We do have that skin, so
well,
we should be.
We don't have it yet. We have to get a get a weapon level, which we could do with 1 wood
to get that. Yeah. Which is probably, as you said, we probably need to get weapons anyway because we need to hunt.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So we're in the production. So we went through event phase. So we resolved the top of the event. The bottom of this card provides us an action that we can do, which is really tough because it would require us to discard a skin. So this might actually be a weather effect, an event that I'm okay with letting it happen, because if it gets pushed off, if an event card is pushed off, you have to resolve the very bottom right down here. And this one just says put a rain token in the weather space. So if we can just build up our roof, that might not be that bad. We could weather it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So now we're in the morale phase. So you actually get a morale now because our morale track is a +1. So if we were down to the left,
are you using? Oh, there we go.
If we're down to the left,
those other ones are special wounds.
Yeah. We would actually have to lose. The first player would have to lose morale, but we're in the positive space, so we actually gain. The first player gains a morale. So Eric gains a morale, and then now we're in the production phase. So the one bummer about the tile that we moved on to is that it doesn't have a food, but it produces 1 wood. So we don't get our food anymore, but we're within 2 tiles that we can gather from. So it's not all bad, I don't think. So we produce 1 wood that we can use this round, which we might need to use to build a weapon level.
Yep.
And then now we're in our action phase. So we will let's see here.
And weapon levels are different than the Palisade. So with the Palisade or with the roof or whatever, like we said, the number of players determines what you have to spend. But with the weapon, it's just 1 wood.
Yeah. And so a couple things. We have things to help us get wood in this scenario that I think we should use. First off, we discovered some mountains, which allowed us to discover the scenario-specific tile right here. So we can build a hatchet that would put a +1 wood symbol on our camp tile, which would mean we would produce 2 wood every round, which would be fantastic.
Yes.
And then we can also go and build a mast or gather a mast that would give us +3 wood, but only on the wood pile. So maybe we could do this as like a goal for the 3rd step.
For that third step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. So we got some stuff to do.
All right.
Let's see here. So we've got 1 wood. We
have 1 food.
We do have a food.
So
yeah.
So I definitely, I'm just going to take it on because I'm the carpenter, right? So I'm thinking I need to try to build this hatchet.
Okay.
Right. And use the 1 wood that we have to do that.
Okay. And that'll give us some wood for next round, which will be good.
Now the problem with this is that the question mark is there. But that question mark's not going to go away until after we do at least 1 build action.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we could use our dog to go and explore some more, and we can use the dog to fight later when we need to go hunting once we build our weapon level up a little bit, which we also have a temporary weapon boost that we could use if we go hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need to do some gathering as well, I think. So we have Friday that can do something, and then we have our other 2 pawns that can go do something.
Yeah. And is there something that we have at the camp we can get? Well, no, because that would take wood. We don't have wood. We could, and the build action happens before the gather action, and so we don't have. We will not have wood to. We have to have it available to us. So I would be able to do the dam.
Yeah, and this all happens simultaneously. So if you right. Even if you got wood during the round, like through an action, it's in your future resources space. Like we have to take the stuff that we have available now, and we're like lugging it with us across the island to build whatever we're building.
So here's what I'm going to say. What if I take my other token and just really live dangerous after this knife so that we can get +1 to our attack? Mm-hmm. That way we can kill the goat as well and protect against the weather.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, so the only problem is, so if we think about, we are going to, unless we raise our weapon level by 1, we are going to we're going to lose some food and wood because of this weather token.
Right.
So if I almost feel like we need to try and do the hatchet next round and see if we can.
Well, we can use Friday with me to do the knife, couldn't we?
Yeah, but if we need to use the wood to bolster our weapon level so that we can turn in this goat. No, we're not going to be able to do. We're not going to be able to do it either way.
Not if we get the knife.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of a way that we could build up the roof level this round, and I don't think we can. So it's not going to matter. We're going to lose a food and a wood.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because we can't build. Even if we kill the goat, we can't put a roof on.
Yeah, because we have to have the weapon. So the only way that this could potentially work, what we could do, but this would stink. We could use our temporary weapon level boost to get +3 right now, discard that goat token, and then get the food and the fur to build a roof level this round. We could do that.
All
right, sorry.
Yeah,
we're getting. Yeah, kill the goat? ? Yes, Ben. Heck yeah, we're going to kill that goat. It's kill or be killed around here, and we're trying to survive for our life.
Ignacy has been trying to kill us. We know that. So.
Yeah, that's true. Ben also makes a good point. We do have some starting items that we can use. The storm glass will help us in the storm weather phase, and then we have biscuits that we can discard for food. Yeah. So. Okay, well, do you want to do? I mean, that would stink because we would lose our +3 weapon boost.
There's no way we should do that. I don't agree.
If we do that,
if we want to go hunting and use that +3 temporarily, I would agree with that. But I don't agree with +3 just to bring up the weapon level 1. I mean, just to kill a goat.
Well, so worst case, we're going to use our wood, so we wouldn't have a wood to lose during the weather phase, so we would just take a wound. So you're probably right. It would probably be better to save that +3 and just take the wound. instead of building our roof this round.
Yeah.
Because we can do that for next round.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense, but and we do have that storm glass. Oh, no. That for action phase resolve. Oh, it changes the weather dice. Never mind.
Ephraim says for Castaways you need a roof. Well, I agree. I want to try and build it as quickly as we can, but I think those furs that we could get from hunting will help us more in the long run because we can build our roof level to 3 or 4 or whatever if we get more fur. So
yeah,
I think we're good. All right, so we're gonna explore once. I'm letting the dog help me so we don't have to risk that. I feel like
we have you and Friday are still available.
I know,
and
I feel like we need to gather some stuff.
So food. So I'm thinking about using that hatchet, but build the hatchet so that way we can have 2 wood next time without having to do a gather action so that we can build the next level, right?
Yeah, the hatchet would be really good for this scenario, I think, because that would give us 11 more, 10 more wood this scenario than we would have had because we're building it so early. I mean, I feel like that's going to be a huge difference. That's like 2 levels of our fire.
So we can kill the goat, right? When we get back to camp after the weather's resolved, we can kill the goat, right?
Yeah, because you're going to build the knife.
Yeah, if I build the knife. And then we'll have a food as well there.
Yeah, right? And the thing is that you can even discard your determination tokens to make that build a sure thing as well. Like if we think it's really important, I almost feel like it's hard because we can discard our biscuits to not starve if we really need to. And I have a special power that I can discard to get a food. Just straight up discard 3 to get a food.
I've only got 1 determination token though.
You're supposed to get 2 because we got 3 from that event. I only took 1, so you get 2 more.
Oh, I see 3 on your board.
Well, I already had 2. I already had 2 because I took this.
Oh, because you did that.
Yeah.
There you go. I wasn't figuring that out. Okay, cool.
See, so now we both have 3, so we can each take one of our really powerful actions.
Things a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh. That's
so
nice.
Now, if you wanted to, you could make one of your builds a sure thing, and we could also, honestly, use Friday to make the other build a sure thing because. So like I'm going to gather wood because I think it's really important for us to have as much wood as we can, and I'm just going to make it
That'll
risky.
Get us 1 more food too, right?
Well, I would have to send another pawn to go and gather food, but
gotcha.
But I feel like getting as much wood as possible is the way to go if we can do it. And then Friday is free now, so Friday could go if we wanted him to. Friday could go and do a thing, like he could go gather. The only problem is with Friday, he only has 3 wounds, and anytime he rolls an action die, like a question mark, instead of resolving an adventure, he just takes a wound. So if he does risky actions, he starts hurting himself. So I don't know.
Okay, I figured out something else. I can discard 2 of my determination tokens so that when we go to build the hatchet, it doesn't cost a wood. It costs 2 determination tokens.
You can do that?
Yep, that's the first thing.
Dude, if you do that, then we could build a roof. No, we can't. No, we don't. We could build a weapon level. Oh man, okay. So we get to save our wood. That's great, though. So you can replace... Good grief, you can replace a wood. That is so powerful. Okay, cool. So if you do that, then it costs 1 wood less. And then do we want to just use Friday to make one of your builds safe? Or go gather with him? Because we will need... So we're going to lose a food because of the rain. We currently have 1. We can discard some biscuits to get 2.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be okay as far as the food goes.
Yeah, we're just going to take a wound.
And you're gathering a wood,
Mm-hmm.
so we shouldn't take any wounds. If we want to, we don't have to take any wounds, is what I'm saying.
That's true. Well, that's true. I feel like the hatchet is. I feel like the hatchet is really important. So
right. So do I. Early, strike early. It's
yeah.
In Hiroshima, I talk about when you go to poison somebody, if you can poison early and often, that's what you want to do. Late game, it doesn't really help. I feel like the hatchet's the same way. It's going to give us a +1, so you want that to happen early.
Yeah.
We want a huge wood pile.
Ben agrees with us. He says guarantee the hatchet. I think it's a good move to send Friday. Make sure we get the hatchet, because that's guaranteeing. I mean, weather aside, we might have to burn some of it for snow, but that's giving us 10 extra wood, which is so huge for this scenario.
Yeah.
That would be huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll roll for the killing of our goat.
Yeah. Which would be great. If we could do that, I mean, we need to do that. But that's all good. Right. I think we're good. All right. So first things first, we are going to resolve some build action. So we don't have an event. We're not hunting, or we're not using the event action. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build. So basically, for the first build action, we know we're going to have an adventure because we have this token. So you should just roll these 2 dice because it doesn't really matter. Like, you're going to have an adventure regardless. So in fact, it might be good to just go ahead and do the risky one, because then that means that you won't have to. That means that you won't have to roll the or resolve the adventure twice. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good to me. Here we go. We're gonna roll.
Woohoo!
Well, I take a wound.
Success. Yeah,
but I do
take
get
a wound.
Success. So, which is fantastic. So we now get the +1. I forgot how
really good.
F.
Oh, my bad. There you go. Yeah, so we built the knife, which is great. So that action is resolved, which means that this goes away. You do have to resolve the adventure now, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Here we go.
Oh, no.
It's a broken lever.
Just completely nullifies what we did.
Used as a lever breaks.
That's great. Nothing.
Oh, man.
We get nothing.
We're not gonna be able to kill this goat.
We just wasted it.
We went with the whole call it Ignacy thing. That's a problem right there.
He's getting back at us. Yeah.
Hey, gummit.
Oh well. Well, the good news is we guarantee this build, and you don't use a wood, so we just go ahead and build the hatchet. That's great. Which lets us put a +1 on our camp.
It's kind of like I just failed at that, and it cost me a health. But okay.
I mean, so if we had have drawn that card and we couldn't lose a weapon level, we both would have lost. We would have both taken a wound as well. So
right. I think it's all good. It's all good.
That's great. So we now have +1 on our camp, which is awesome.
Oh, thanks.
And I think those are all of our build actions. So now we've got some gathering going on. So I will attempt to gather some wood here. So let's see if I can do that. Let's roll them up. And roll. Let's see what I get. Sweet, a success. So we get 1 wood in the future resources space up here. But I have to resolve it.
And the best possible adventure you could have.
That is true. These aren't always so bad. But, oh no. This area is devastated. Get 2 wood. Put a extra pawn on the tile where you're gathering. Shuffle this into the event deck. So this little pawn right here, the one that says extra worker or whatever, basically makes it harder to gather. So we have to use an extra pawn to go and do a gather action.
Gotcha.
Or really do, like if we gather food or wood, it makes it harder. But we get 2 wood, which isn't bad. I mean, that helps, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
we got other places we can gather wood from, so it's all right.
Yeah, hopefully if I can, let's see, what is shuffle? Is it S? Let me see here. Hopefully if I can get the
Just put it on the bottom.
You're supposed to
Hey,
shuffle the.
why is it there?
Oh, there we go. Game's broken.
I was not liking how that was shuffling.
All right, sweet.
All right.
Okay,
Cool.
so that's done, and then now we explore, I think. So I'm going to try and explore, and this is actually just a guaranteed success because I'm using a dog.
Yep.
So let's flip it over, and sweet, we got some wood that we can go gather from. That's great. We also revealed a totem that does nothing in this scenario, but in future scenarios, if you reveal a totem and the little totem symbol says something on the sheet, you have to do like a thing whenever you turn over a totem. And we also get a discovery tile. We get another discovery token.
Yeah.
Which hopefully will be good. Let's see what we get. We got... Holy cow! Look at that!
No weather.
Look what we drew! Right when we needed
Large leaves. I can't believe it. That's amazing.
Hey, look, I
Paul,
found an
I'm
umbrella.
always taking you on the island with me.
No joke.
Man.
We've gotten really lucky so far.
Man.
Okay. Well, sweet. That's our round. We are now in the weather phase. But before we get in the weather phase, we get to bring this stuff down, and I say we go ahead and get rid of this and don't resolve our cloud.
Yeah. Why not?
What a sweet
I don't
deal.
want to take any damage or lose any wood or food.
Get out of here, cloud. We don't like you here. Rain, rain, go away. So that's gone.
We don't get to kill the goat.
Well, we can.
Biscuit. No big deal.
You know what we could do? You can do this at any time. So if we go hunting, if we temporarily, I don't know, can you do that during an action? Like if we temporarily raised our weapon level, could we turn in the goat while it's temporarily raised? And like just turn it in? It's a good question.
I don't know.
All right, Ben.
What do they mean by temporary? I think that can be interpreted a lot of ways. Don't look for chat. We don't care what they think. I think we could make up our own rules.
Yeah, I say we do it.
It says right here, it temporarily gives you +3.
Well,
I would think that would be for the round.
So Ben, I think we're going to play it the way that benefits us because, why not?
But here's the thing. You shoot the gun and it goes through 2 things. It could happen.
You tell the goat.
The way you've been drawing, it might happen.
You tell the goat to go stand by that orangutan or whatever, and then one bullet.
Yeah. Right, 1 bullet and we're good.
All right, so let's do this. We are through the weather phase. We've discarded our little token to get rid of that cloud, which is great. Now we're in the night phase, so we need to eat. So we could do 2 things. I could either get rid of some of my determination tokens to get a food, or I could
eat a biscuit.
Yeah, let's just do that. That sounds good. So we get rid of one of our biscuit things here to get 1 food, which will be enough for this round.
Right. And then we'll eat this one right here, right?
Yeah, which is great. And we could potentially...
Why can't I pick it up? Man,
I
don't know.
Okay, that's weird. We could potentially, if we can build... Well, we need the rope to build the mast. I was about to say, we could get like 2 levels knocked out during this round if we built the mast, but I don't think there's any way we could build the mast because we don't have the rope built yet. The mast is one of the only things, normally the mast and this special oil thing are the only 2 things that will allow you to put wood on the wood pile during the round. So normally you have to do it before the round. But this is great because we have enough for level 2 already.
I didn't put this on, so we can build the rope because we've actually got the land type
for the
rope.
And we also missed a thing. Sorry, we were supposed to put one of these on this tile. My bad, I forgot that. All right, sweet. So that's the round. We've eaten our food. We don't take any wounds because we're sleeping in a shelter. We don't have weather just yet, so I think we're good. We've done those 2. We go back to the first phase here.
You weren't going to tell me a story. I thought you were going to tell me a story.
Well,
I'm just going to go to sleep. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm too tired. All right, it's been a long day. Okay, work was stressful. I don't have time for stories tonight.
I built this here weapon though.
Yeah, I mean
This
that's good.
Yeah, I built this knife and then it quickly went
You
away.
just forgot to sharpen the blade. We need to go find a whetstone because now we just have basically a dull knife, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of odd because we do have the knife. If a scenario calls for a knife, we do have one, but we don't actually have the ability to do damage with the knife.
I think we can. I think we could potentially up our weapon level this round though, because we're going to get 2 wood. Um, so we might be able to
Oh
start.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we can. All right. So we're in the morale phase. So I'm the starting player this round. So
You get one.
I'll get 1 morale. Or no, no, no. We're in the event phase,
Oh,
not the
oh, I
not the
was
morale.
supposed to spend two. I was supposed to spend two, and I didn't do that.
Okay, all good. We're in the event phase, not the morale phase. The event phase. So first things first, we get an event. Fight. Oh goodness, we got in a fight because I didn't tell you a story. When you're tired, you don't act reasonably. So we each get a wound,
Yeah.
and then we have to make the build adventure thing happen again. So we get a wound, which is bad. And now
Man.
this pushes.
Make a
this
comment, and then the
event.
card like plays it out. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Didn't tell me a damn story. I'll show you.
He socked me one. Well, and this isn't that bad because this event is just a pawn and it gives us a determination token. So we could let Friday go do that if we wanted to. Okay. Well, so then now we are in the morale phase. So I'll get 1 determination token because we're still positive, luckily. And then we produce. So this round, since we have our +1, we get 2 wood, which is fantastic. So now we have 4 wood, and I say that we knock out the second level of that fire before
Yep.
the action phase.
Well, we can do the second level of the fire. What else do we need wood for? Oh, we can do the dam, which will get us 2 food. We can. What else was I thinking that we could do with wood? Oh, I know what it was. We can raise either our roof or our ability to kill Ignacy.
That's true. That's true. So we don't have we don't have to worry about weather this round, but we will need that roof for next round. So if we can raise our weapon level and not get it lowered again, we could
Right.
kill the goat to get the pelt for next round.
Yeah. And if we use 1 of the wood, right, then we will gather 2 wood and we can actually build the 3.
We could.
the
I mean,
next round.
yeah, and we could also
Potentially.
we could also go hunting this round. I mean, there's a few things we could do. We could go hunting and get another pelt to maybe build the mast next round.
I really like that idea.
We could do that. Let's
Yeah.
all right, so
Do you want me to try the rope, or what do you want to do with this?
well, let's plan. So we're in the action phase. So let's plan it out. We've got the dog can actually help hunting. So we can hunt with the dog's help. So it's not green this round.
The dog is the green one.
It's green or red in the game. You can the dog.
Okay.
So I've got the rule book here. I'm pretty sure
When he goes to hunt, he turns green. When when he goes to hunt, he turns red.
Yeah, he gets furious.
When he's exploring, he's green.
Yeah.
Red, danger.
Yeah, he gets all angry and yeah, I think the dog. Yes, the dog is green or red, so the dog can be a help for hunting. So I can go hunt. We could make sure we get some type of animal this round. That might be really helpful for food and for pelts. We are gonna think about building some stuff, right? I don't know that we necessarily need to go explore right now.
At some point we need that mast, right?
Yeah. So you want to build the rope?
What we would need for that is a rope. So
Yeah.
I know a couple of things that I was thinking about, and I'm not saying that we have to do these, but I know that at some point we have to do the rope, and we also have to improve our ability to do damage.
Well, let's do that. Let's just do that, and then that way we could send We could send, so we've got one other tile, two other tiles left, two other pawns. We could send Friday to do the event to keep ourselves from pushing this off and get a determination token. We could also try and build some stuff. I could go gather more food or wood. Let's see here. I've got another token.
Yeah, so we can't. Yeah, we can kill the goat.
Oh, you know what else we need to do?
If I'm successful, I can kill the goat, right?
Uh-huh.
And we'll have a banana there, and we've got one more cracker or biscuit. I mean, that all plays out. But...
We may also get some. We usually get food from an animal.
Oh, we get food for hunting. Yeah.
The other thing that we need to do before we can win the scenario is we need to build the fire. So what if I try and just build the fire, and then I know we're doing some risky building, but that may. Do you have 2 determination? No, you don't. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that when Friday can get determination tokens. So the only bummer is that if Friday does this event, he's going to get the determination token.
Yeah.
And
then he gets to re-roll, right?
Yeah, he gets to re-roll. If you got one more determination token, you could make something cost 1 less wood. But I don't think, are we building anything that costs wood?
Well,
Ooh, the weapon level.
Yeah, Yes, I mean the weapon one, yeah.
But you have to have the. Okay.
I don't have the determination tokens yet.
Yeah, if you were to go do the event, I wonder if
I would have the determination token if I did that first.
Yeah, if you did the event. So the
event happens first. It happens in sequence.
Honestly,
and determination tokens don't go in the box, do they? They go directly to you.
Yeah. Now I think. Yeah, so I think we would have access to it. Hold on, let me see. Maybe people are telling us, let the goat go free, then eat the carcass when you find it. No. No, we can't let this goat go free. We need this goat's life-giving essence.
So I can go up here to make a weapon of destruction, which if I get a determination token, I would be able to do without the use of wood.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Now, what we still have Friday now.
So you can build rope with Friday possibly, or you can make sure that you get the fire built, or you and Friday can build the rope, so that way we can have the.
Yeah, I think we have a little bit of time on the fire, so let's do that. Let's make sure that we build the rope. We're gonna hunt. We are doing the event. We're building the weapon and possibly doing it without a wood. I think that's a pretty good round.
Seems okay.
All right, sweet. So we are, first things first, your event happens. So you get a determination token.
Woohoo! I am determined to do something, man.
And you can use that power to hopefully discount your action for later in the round. So that's awesome. Next, we are hunting. So I am worried about this. We have a weapon level of nothing, but we do have a temporary boost. So let's see what we get. Hopefully it's not one of the big bad boys. It is, it's not that bad. It's a fox. This is actually great. So what we're going to do, the way fighting works or hunting works is if you have a weapon level that is as high or higher than the threat level of the animal, then you're fine. You don't take any damage. But let's say this fox had a weapon level of or a threat level of 5, we would have taken 2 wounds because there's a difference of 2 between our weapon level. Because what we're doing is we're going to get rid of this card to temporarily get a weapon level of 3, which will give us enough to survive this fight. And I say that we're going to play the rules like we were talking about earlier. And since we have a temporary weapon level boost, I say we kill that goat while we're at it. while we have a temporary weapon boost, we say
we used a gun and a goat to take out that fox.
That's what we did.
We pushed the goat at him and then shot.
We beat that fox to death with a goat.
I think thematically that works perfectly.
There you go. Yeah, it works. With our temporary weapon boost, we get rid of this goat and get a
I like playing games with you, Paul. Much better.
I think, come on, man, it works.
I can only imagine Ben is yelling right now.
Yeah, he's frustrated with all the rules that we're breaking.
You need to kick him out of chat right now.
Yeah, He probably turned it off in fury anyway. I can't watch this anymore. These people are making a mockery of Robinson. But the thing is, though, check this out. We get 2 food. We get another fur. Like, we can do all kinds of cool stuff. Because if we build the rope, the next round we could build the mast. I think we're in really good shape. So this fox goes away. Sometimes animals can also make you lower your weapon level, which is great because we don't have to do that. So this goes away. We got 2 food. We got another fur. I think we're setting up really well to potentially win this.
Friday can have a banana if he wants. But you know, the thing is having extra food is always a good thing because we could lose it because we're going to have to roll.
And the other thing I will say is I have a special power to get rid of a food and heal. So having an extra food, I could heal one of us this round, and and then that way the food won't go to waste. So I think we're in okay shape. But we've hunted. That went way better than I thought it was going to go. So that's fantastic. And then
that dog did a good job.
Now we go and build some stuff. So since yours is going to be risky anyway, why don't you go ahead and resolve your build first? Because we have to resolve this adventure, regardless of if it's risky or not.
Oh, yeah, because we got that from the event card earlier.
Yeah. So just roll your wound and your success die.
We're going to do these again, these 2. So here we go. And all I want is a yes.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hey,
all right. So I know who we're healing.
Damage, but whatever.
I'll heal you up in the night phase. No worries.
Okay. So now the thing is, we didn't say this ahead of time, but we have potentially up to 3 wood to spend on this.
Yeah.
Or we could just take 1.
And technically, here's the thing. Technically, we're supposed to send the resources that we're using to build things at the start of the action phase. So technically, this wood should have been on your pawn, but you have an ability to discount it.
Mode, we can determine whether or not we were just going to spend these 2 that I've got to do the 1 wood, or if we want to have more weapon. We never really talked about how much weapon we wanted to have.
Well, each of those requires a pawn, though. So you going there once would increase it by 1. If we wanted to build another weapon level, we would have had to send more pawns.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
So we can spend the 1 wood, or we can spend the determination tokens.
I mean,
either way is fine with me.
We should save the wood, I think, because we're going to need as much of it as we can get. Yeah.
That's fine with me. I'm good with it.
All right. So we've done that.
These determination.
And I think we have enough wood to. Man, we're doing a lot better than I thought we would. So that's done. Now we have to do the sure thing action, which is not that bad because Eric just removed this token. So now I don't have to resolve that as part of my sure thing action. The reason we did the risky action first is, let's say I went first and this token was still on top of the deck, I would have to resolve an adventure even though I'm using 2 pawns because this token is on top of the deck. So it's good to get this knocked out of the way because Eric was going to have to roll a die anyway. So
and then I would have maybe done an adventure as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
This way we just made it a sure thing all the way around. You didn't have a second adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, did we resolve the adventure?
Huh?
Did we resolve? Oh. I don't think we resolved the adventure. Speaking of the adventure.
No, we don't have to resolve the adventure.
We're not playing that loose.
Oh, come on, man. Okay. Due to being hurt, tired, and irritated, because Paul won't read you a story, construction is going very slowly. Discard 1 determination token or get 1 wound. Shuffle into the... So I got to take a wound.
So unfortunately, you just got rid of the determination tokens. I will heal you at the end of the night phase, and I don't think there's a way. So if Eric were to move his pawn across this little marker, that would move our morale down. So I think we're going to be able to avoid doing that this round. So I'll heal him up in the night phase. Okay. Cool. So then now I'm resolving my build. It's a sure thing because Friday's helping me. He's there like standing and like watching me cut and stuff, like everybody's supposed to do with a construction project. You've got to have at least one watcher making sure you're cutting right and measuring correctly and stuff. So that's happening, even though we're just building a rope. But that is built. Why is it flipping over? There we go. So we built the rope, which is great because there are some events that'll use the rope. And then also we need the rope to build our mast here, which is going to be super helpful in this scenario. So I think that is that. And I think we're done with the round. So this goes into
we're pretty good.
This goes into the deck, unfortunately. So let's shuffle that in. One of the coolest things, hold on, let me make sure it gets into the deck. One of the coolest things about this game is how thematic the whole event system is. Like, I love that aspect is that you have a thing that happens to you out on the island, and it's going to have consequences later. Something will happen, you know, like you cut yourself out in the jungle, and then later that cut gets infected, or you trip over something, and you know your sprained ankle gives you a wound, or something cool like that. So I love that whole. It's still one of my favorite board game mechanics that's been.
So one of the things that people are talking about, they talk about is the idea of not looking at that bottom section to see what it says. So sometimes they only read the top section and then shuffle it in to see what happens. But when I was talking to Ignacy, he was saying that he thought that the first thing is you kind of do the first thing knowing that the second thing could happen. I'm going to eat these mushrooms even though they may make me sick.
Yeah.
Right? I'm having problems building tools and stuff. I'm getting frustrated with my tools. Hey, that's what that next thing is. Right? So it makes sense that you know the bottom. It's not like you shouldn't know the bottom.
Yeah, anyway. And that's the thing. Yeah, he's saying that he was saying on the Game Found comment or the update that you're taking a what's the word I'm looking for? Like an informed risk, right? Like you know that like you said, if you eat those mushrooms, you're probably going to get sick. If you don't treat that cut on your arm, it's probably going to get infected. Like you know that if you don't resolve those things, then bad things will happen. So I could see either way, either of those arguments, you know.
Yeah. For sure.
So that is the action phase.
Well, that's all of our actions. We did them all.
Yeah, we get this stuff now.
We did a pretty darn good job.
We are doing really well. Almost too well, he said, with knowingly.
Weather is going to be coming this next route, so keep that in mind.
I think that's okay, though, because we can build a roof level next round and be hopefully okay. I think there is a
And we do have old clothes.
That's true. Now, there is a side of the weather die that would roll 2 clouds, so we could, one roof level might not be enough, but we could at least help with 1 roof level. But yeah, we don't have weather.
The life that you lead, Paul, I don't think that's going to happen to us.
Look, it might happen, all right?
All right.
We don't have any weather effects this round. We go into the night phase, so we do have to eat. We'll go ahead and discard these 2 bananas here. We've been really lucky this game. We have our shelter just naturally, so we don't take any wounds from sleeping in the elements. And I am going to go ahead and use my ability to discard a food and heal Eric by 2 wounds. So basically, I have an ability that says if you spend 2 determination tokens, you can discard a food and heal 2 wounds. And I think that Eric has taken a beating this round unfairly. Yep. And he needs to heal some wounds. All right. Yeah. And that's the night phase. So we are now into round 4. Now, in round 4, as Eric said, we have our weather die right here, which means that we will start rolling a weather die during the weather phase, which is bad news bears. But that's okay.
We don't know what to expect. It may not be anything big, but it could be something horrible, and we don't know. So now we're going to kind of either decide to take a risk or start building that. We got old clothes, or we build a top there to our a roof for our cave.
That's true. I wish we could have just kept those big leaves we found. Just walk around with those above our head. You know, we'd be fine.
There you go.
Okay,
I,
well,
I,
Eric.
I remember in the book Robinson Crusoe, he talked about building an umbrella. And like he made it to where it could fold up and everything, right? It was like a big project for him to figure out how to make the umbrella open up and close so that he could carry it with him.
That's what that would be thematic. See, I never read Robinson Crusoe. I need to because I would probably be even more excited about this game if I knew the source material, you know?
Yeah, and also the ship was offshore and he went out there and I believe he did salvage the mast from the ship and used the wood to help build a shelter.
Well, see, there you go. Ignacy did a ton of research because he said initially this game was just going to be just this scenario, just try and build a fire, and then somebody gave him the advice of, I think it was Vlada Chvátil gave him the advice of no, make scenarios, and
Yeah.
so that's crazy. Speaking of well, let's go through the steps. So we're in the next round. You're the first player. We have an event phase because I think we should build the mast. Because we can do it this round. But first, we have to deal with this crap, poisoning. Everyone eats poisonous fruits and feels sick. Perhaps you can use them for something.
Yeah.
And look at that. We have the knife. You were just talking about if you have the knife, there's might still be things it's useful for.
Yeah.
So let's see here. We each have to take a wound, which is unfortunate, but we do get an action that we can take.
It was fortunate you healed me.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because otherwise, I would not be getting a morale this turn.
And the other thing is that if we go and do this event, we gain a determination token and another weapon level. So
wow.
we can regain that weapon level we lost.
Hey, we make good on our knife. That's awesome.
There you go. And if you
and it only takes one guy.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
You could go do that, get another determination token,
Absolutely.
and then that'll give you 2 because you're going to get one. So now we have the morale phase, so you get 1 determination token from that.
Yay.
Then we have the production, so we're going to get 2 more wood. So I'm thinking here we have 4 wood.
Yeah. You're doing the math?
I'm mathing it out. So if we build the mast this round, that'll take care of our wood for the 3rd level. Then before the start of the next level, assuming we don't lose wood because of weather, which I'm hoping if we can build a roof level, we can avoid, then we would have the 4 wood that we need to build the 4th level.
Yeah, and just to kind of reiterate, we have animal skins now, which Paul has been talking about using to build the roof with.
Yeah. Well, it's perfect for our scenario because it's just 1 per. Since we're playing with 2, it's 1 per level. So we could use 1 to build to go recover the mast, 1 to increase our roof level by 1. And we could even hunt more. Although I will say we only have a weapon level of 1 right now.
1. I don't think we're ready to hunt.
Yeah, that temporary boost we had was really helpful.
That was the thing, man.
Yeah.
We did awesome on that.
You know what else we need to do? We do need to build the fire. I can't forget about that. That's one of our objectives. So to win this scenario, the goal of the scenario, we have to build the fire item and a wood pile by the 10th, 11th, or 12th round to be spotted by the ship. So that's something else that needs to happen.
Which is kind of strange. So we got a long way to worry about the fire because at some point we're just going to be trying to survive to 10. And on 10, if we built the fire, we'd be good. We don't have to build the fire before then. We have to survive.
I mean, that's the thing. If we can potentially get this done, we can get 3 knocked out this round, 4 knocked out before next round. We could potentially get the fire, everything we need to survive done early and then just survive a few rounds. Like this, if we can keep doing as well as we are, we can potentially survive this fairly well. So let's see what we can do. We've done our production, we got our 2 wood, so now we're in our action phase. So do you want to do,
I went and did that. And I've got 1 guy left over. I could go and, I don't know, build the roof.
Yeah, we can build our roof level. We can
do the mast as well.
Yeah, we can send somebody. So let's make the mast a sure thing. So I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna take Friday with me because we really want this round. Now we have to spend a pelt and a wood to do that. So we are going to do that. And then I say you are using a fir to build that roof, hopefully.
Yep.
And I say let's gather something, right? Unless do we want to increase our morale a little bit? Like we could. Are we gonna? Because we might need food. We might need food.
Well, we only have one. Well, we do have a biscuit. We still have one biscuit left. If you want to really do something else, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking if we. Oh man. Either I mean they're both. It's good either way. Like we could increase our morale. If we can increase our morale enough, we can eventually start healing wounds from that, which would be nice. Now I know we're going to start losing morale as we pass these markers, but
on the tile with your how's this snare work that I have? Have we not?
Oh, you know what? And Efrain makes a good point. There was I forgot something during setup. We should actually have access. Ooh, oh well. We should actually have access to 5 more invention cards. My bad. Holy crap!
Nice.
That would have made things helpful. Good. As I said very early on, Efrain, there was no way I was going to make it through this without making any rules mistakes. That was just part of setup, though. That should have been.
We got a kniff.
Yeah, so we've got a knife and the rope. We could go and oh my gosh, we could go and build a bow. Holy crap! This scenario just got more interesting. So what if instead of doing the whole increased morale thing, I try and build the bow? We would use one wood, but that would help out in big ways.
It gives us +3. I like it.
All right, sweet. I think we've got a plan.
At some point, if we build a brick, right, we could get no snow.
Now, we don't have the hills though. We do need to find the hills to get the brick.
If we want to go that direction, but that might make it to where we survive. I think if we try to build this, we still need to build this.
Yeah, that's true.
Main thing is build the wood pile and then figure out how to survive. We gotta balance that somehow, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, and I think
I like the bow because we can hunt.
Yeah, hunting is so powerful. And then if we go exploring to find the hills later and get another animal, we have one more animal that we could hunt. So that's going to be helpful. Okay, sweet. I think we got a good plan.
Oh, hold on. I got another idea.
Okay.
You should build the roof, and I should build the bow because we won't have to spend a wood to do it.
Oh, good call. Yeah, because you can use your ability. Very nice. Okay, and then with the next production...
Right? Because otherwise, why am I getting another token, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. I get 2 tokens, we save a wood. That's it.
Okay, fantastic. So, man, look at us mathing this out. We're geniuses. Nobody believes that. All right. So now we resolve from left to right like normal. Yep. So we're in the event first. So you go ahead and knock that out.
Yep. And so draining the poison, had that knife that really wasn't good for hunting, but I sharpened it up. We were able to drain the poison, and now we can do more damage to people. So we get a +1.
And you get
apparently we sharpened that knife up.
And you get your determination token. We avoid taking this another wound from that getting pushed off the track, which is great. And then now Eric can use his special ability to help out with our build action. So we don't have any hunting. We are straight into building. So we're building a lot of stuff.
Yep. You've got a done deal.
Yeah. We can go ahead and do that because that is going to give us the mast item, which is just a +3 to the wood pile. So I say we use that. So I'm going to put a white token on here saying we have used that, and then go ahead and just pop 3 more wood on. Whoa, excuse me. Sorry, everybody, for the whiplash. Say we've just gone ahead and done that, because the mast is one item that you can actually build during the round that you can put the wood on there. So I say we do that. That is done.
Perfect.
And then that's my action. So now we have to get risky. Now we have to do some risky stuff.
All right. Do you want to roll first, or do you want me to roll first?
Either way, you've used your ability. So why don't you go first? You've used your ability, so we're using 1 less wood.
So I have to get rid of my determination immediately. Whoops. Because otherwise I'm not taking the action.
Here we go.
Come on.
I'm going to lock it. Good. There you go. I locked it. So
thanks.
Now,
okay. And I'm doing these. And I have to do all 3.
Yep. All right, let's see what chat's saying. That furnace looks great for later rounds. I agree.
In an adventure.
And then Don says that we are not geniuses. I agree, Don. I agree.
Don doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, you got it. Fantastic. Okay.
I got it. Sweet.
We get +3 up
plus
to 4.
3,
Holy
man.
cow, that's awesome.
I don't care if we're geniuses or not. We're doing pretty darn well. I don't think I've ever done this well this early in the scenario.
This has gone well.
I haven't had hope when I played this game before and died before I got to the end. So that's that too. So
yeah.
Anyway, so that is built. We did good, but I have to have an adventure.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens.
What's the adventure? Where am I at?
Right up here.
What's that? Oh, it's right here. No. There we go. And it says,
dang it.
Broken tool.
If
possible, turn 1 item face up to the invention side and cancel its effect.
So
I guess we could get rid of the knife now.
Well, hold on. Let's think about this.
Oh, okay.
We have used our rope to build the mast.
Oh.
What is the rope doing for us currently?
Nothing. That's the perfect thing to get rid of.
I say we turn over this rope. Thank you, rope, for your service. You are retired.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And that way we keep our weapon level.
I love it.
All right. That's not too bad. That's okay. I mean, it stinks, but you know.
Right.
And we can build the rope later if we need to.
Getting rid of the rope is because it stinks.
Yeah, that's true. It's been through gross water. It smells like the ocean.
Yeah. It's nasty.
All right, so now I've got a risky build and see if we can get a roof. Let's see what happens. The dice have been very. I'm not even going to say that because I'm afraid that I'm going to jinx it. Hold on, let me roll all 3. Okay, I was going to say the dice have been okay for us. So I do take a wound. We do have to. So unfortunately, we are going to lower our morale, which is okay because we're just back down to neutral.
You get to build this thing.
We do get to build a roof, which is so great. That is awesome. So we have 1 roof level. And now I just have to resolve an adventure. So let's see what happens. And, oh no, okay. Laborious work. The work is very hard and it takes a lot of time. So now what we have to do is we have to put a -1 pawn on the build space. So what this means is that the next round, the next action that we take to build something, the first action is going to require an extra pawn. So it's only the first action, which is still a bummer, but the first action that we resolve next time will take an additional pawn to do.
So we'll have to put 2 people on there, and it will not be a immediate success. However, if we put 3 on there,
that's true. That is true.
We should have brought the monkey with us.
That's
what we needed.
We needed his dexterous fingers.
Monkey helps with build actions.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least we got the roof level. We've got a weapon. I mean, I feel really good. I feel really good about where we are. Now we do have a weather die to roll. So this round, I think we're done with our actions, right? So we've done our things. So now we are in the weather phase.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I am not rolling that dice.
So the way the
I
weather
am
phase
not doing that
works.
because then you'll blame me for sure. I would
No,
rather just have that hang over you.
okay, I'll take the guilt. The way
All
that it
right.
works, we roll the weather die, and of course, so
It's great.
every cloud symbol you see, you compare against your roof level. So, for instance, we have rolled 2 clouds, which means that we compare against our 1 roof level, and we have 1 additional cloud. We have 1 cloud over our roof level, which means we have to lose a wood and a food for every roof level that we lack, basically. And let me make sure that I'm saying that correctly. For each snow, yep. And then for each level missing, 1 food and 1 wood. Okay, so since we are missing
Now,
1 roof level,
what does snow does wounds as well, right?
snow makes you burn wood because it's cold. So for every snow symbol, you have to just chunk a wood, and then in addition, for every snow and rain cloud that your roof can't cover, you lose a wood and a food. So the weather really starts to hit you hard. Now, we actually may take our first food-related wound here, right? Because we've done the weather phase, so that's done. Now we're in the night phase.
We only have a biscuit.
We have 1 biscuit, and I am missing 1 determination token to give us a freebie food. So,
all right, so I've got a way that we can do this. Let's split the biscuit and only move halfway.
there you go. We each take 1 wound instead of 1 person taking 2. So honestly, I think it's better for me to take 2 wounds. So the person that doesn't eat takes...
Oh, because you're already down?
Yeah, the person that doesn't eat takes 2 wounds. If you were to take 2 wounds, we would lose another morale.
Right.
So it makes, to me, it's better if I take the 2 wounds, and then that way we don't lose another morale.
Right.
So I'll say...
Because, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that way, so you eat, and maybe, I don't know, I might, if we can get some extra food, I might try and heal myself later, who knows, but for now, I think we're okay. So you get to eat, we don't take any exposure damage, and I think we're good for now. So we are in the next round, so we are in the 5th round, and we're going to have enough to build up our next level of fire. Okay, so let's go back to the start. I'm first player again, and we have to resolve an event. So let's see what we get here.
And you did move it. We're on round 5 now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't want to do this. Escape.
Move your camp to an adjacent tile of your choice.
This sucks, dude. So when you move your camp, the reason that this sucks, hold on, this is the worst. Okay, so when you move your camp, you have to reduce your roof level, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you have not built the shelter and you're leaving a natural shelter, the roof and palisade level are reduced to 0. What a bummer.
All right, so we have to put somebody on this because that'll bring it back up.
And that also means that we're going to lose our +1 wood production. That ruins everything.
Unless we go there to gather, right? We have to gather.
We could gather, yeah, but we're going to... okay, well, so I say we move it here so that we could get a food and a wood. But, I mean,
right,
what do you...
without doing the -1 thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
yeah, I agree.
I will say if we move it here, we would get... This increases...
Oh, we get a food and a wood without having a minus because we don't have to actually do it.
Yeah, so it's actually probably better for us to go here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right,
sure.
So unfortunately...
And now we also have access to all the tiles.
Yeah, unfortunately our roof and our palisade, they are Dunskies. So we're going to have to start worrying about weather.
Did all of that, and then we...
this game.
All right.
Now we're seeing what this game is known for.
We can send one guy there, and we can build it back.
Only if you have lost it by moving.
But then if we move it again, we'll lose it?
Well, and you can't build a roof and a palisade until you have a shelter. So we would have to build the shelter first, and then build our roof. So really, yeah, so we could leave this
So the
until
cave
next
flooded
round.
somehow. The cave flooded somehow with that rain,
Hmm.
and we had to move out. And now we don't have a shelter.
Now,
Uh,
we could leave this until next round because when this one moves off, it's just going to put an extra cloud, which will stink for the weather phase. But then we could do this action during next round and increase our roof and our palisade level back again. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this one, because we have to build a shelter first before we can increase the roof level. So we can't really do this anyway this round.
okay.
Um,
All right.
so anyway,
All right.
okay, so
we're done with that. We're going to do it next round because we're going to move the camp back.
hopefully, yeah. So we're in morale. We don't gain or lose any. Then we are in production. So we will gain a wood and we will gain a food, which bummer of all bummers. We don't have enough wood to complete that level. Although I will say, I think you can partially complete in this scenario. So it requires 15 wood markers to complete. You can only put wood on the pile before the action phase. The pile has to be completed from left to right. You can place any amount of wood onto the pile in a round. So we could put 3 of our wood. I mean, we could like partially build our 4th level here. But the question is, are we going to use our wood for anything?
Well, we're not going to build a shelter.
We're not going to do that. What items could we build? We could, well, we want to hold off on the moat too.
We need to go hunting and gathering, I think, is what we need to do. We could build a pot, but yours does better than the pot. Can we use your thing more than once, your fireplace?
Once per.
Or is it only one time?
Oh, the fireplace. Once per round. So the fireplace is as much as you want. I think. Well, no, I think items. I'm not 100% sure. I think items and abilities are once per, because this one says 1 food.
During the night phase.
Yeah.
So you can only do it once.
I think you
during
can
the
only do
night
that
phase.
once.
So, and I'll go back to what I was saying before. What's this snare doing for us?
Well, nothing currently, but I didn't even look at your personal item. That requires the rope. That's a bummer because that would increase our food production by 1. Or if we went to gather, we could get 1 additional food on like a. But we have to do that where our camp is. So I think we kind of missed the boat on that one. But that is a pretty sweet item. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like we could put a couple of wood. I don't know. Like, are we gonna use that wood? So it might be good to save some of the wood because we might have to lose it because of the weather.
Yeah.
But like maybe if we put like 2 of the start building, like put 2 of the wood out there, and then maybe I can try and gather some more wood.
It doesn't help us to do that, does it? Because if you're not building all the way, the only thing it does is make sure that the wood doesn't get lost.
That's true.
I don't know.
That's true. We could hold on to it, and then if we get enough wood for next round, we could just do it all in one shot because we're not going to get it done this round anyway.
Here's the thing that I'm most on is we've got an attack of 4, and we need to use that now.
Yeah.
We need to hunt whatever the heck that animal is.
I for sure agree. We need to hunt. Either one of us taking a wound is bad right now. What if we sent Friday?
Yeah. Friday with the dog.
Let's do that. Friday with the dog. So we've got the dog and Friday. They have gone with violence on their mind to find an animal.
Where are they going to hunt? They're going to hunt we can go either place.
Well, we can just hunt in general because they've got once these tiles are overturned, they just like discover an animal and we can just go hunt it. So
all right, I didn't realize. I was always afraid that one of the cards would say, something to that tile.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're good for that. Now we do, so it's probably good to gather. I want to try and gather right here because we still have that. I feel like it's a bummer if we lose out on +2 wood.
Right.
Like that's
yeah,
that's
absolutely. Good. And I've got 2. Obviously we can go back to the rope.
We could.
which would increase our food production because we didn't realize that we had that.
Now, we
Or
should get some food. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. And we should get some food
or
from the hunt as well, which will help, hopefully.
the other thing that we could possibly do is go down the brick route.
Oh, I agree. I think the brick would be really good for later rounds. Now, we need to explore to get that. So I think it might actually be better.
We'd have to use a two move thing, right?
Yeah, so in this game, you can go explore. So for instance, if our camp was right here, we could explore right here for one tile because it's one tile away from our camp. If your camp is right here, you can also go and still explore right here, but you have to pay an extra worker for the distance. So like it's one pawn to be a risky action, but over here it's one pawn plus an additional pawn because we're spending more time trekking all the way out here.
Mm-hmm.
I almost think that it would be better to wait until next round to explore because we're going to move our camp back to here. So then it would just be one pawn again.
Right.
Okay. So I'm gathering
and all these other things like brick and the walls and stuff. Those are all going to help us fortify.
Yeah.
We could do fire.
That's not bad.
Or we could do some more gathering. I mean, I could gather food or wood.
I think
well.
I think I'm gonna try and get some more determination tokens and increase our morale so that I can use that ability again should we need to heal. Because I think we might get some extra food.
That's only one heart. I don't like that. Ugh.
Well, because I thought about that too. I thought about trying to heal myself a little bit, which might not be bad. What we could also do is we could just go so this first scenario is all about doing the boring stuff, right? Like cleaning up your camp, healing.
Yep.
I could increase this morale level, and then we could make the wood gather a sure thing. You could gather some food. Although if you take a wound, we lose another morale. I almost like doing the super boring thing of like making this gather a sure thing and then maybe you heal.
Okay, I got another crazy thing. A possibility. If I went and got some morale tokens as well, I could use the two morale tokens or not the morale tokens, I'm always terrible at it. Determination
tokens.
I can use the determination tokens to skip a wood thing, and that might help us with our wood pile, possibly.
That's true. I mean, it's always good to have determination. Track of your path. Okay, sorry. Hold on. Let's see here. The furnace looks great for later rounds. The next event card tells you that you've been delirious. Plus, you get a +3 on the wood pile. For the mast. Oh, we already did that, Ruby. Yeah, we already did that. So we got that, which was great. Yeah.
If I went with you to gather the wood, it would be a sure thing.
Yeah, possibly. I think that's a good. I mean, 2 wood is great. And then I could
take this one and come over here with you as well.
Yeah, that'd be good. Then we're gonna, because if we lose a morale from taking a wound from somewhere, which may happen from an event, then we would still be a plus on the morale.
Yeah.
Okay. That looks good. So first things first, we hunt. So Friday is hunting. We've got a weapon level of 4. Let's see what happens. It's the boa. Holy cow. All right. So this is good and bad. We reduce our weapon level by 2. But Friday doesn't take any wounds, and we get 2 food, which means I can use my ability to heal this round. And at the end of this fight, we get a discovery token. So that's not bad. So we did that. We're good there. We didn't take any extra wounds. We get another discovery token, which is the, holy cow, the fallen tree. We just get a wood. That's fantastic. We need all of that we can get. And
we get the food.
And we get 2 food, which is great. So that was actually pretty great because now I can heal one of us for 2.
Right.
And okay, so we're good there. So Friday went hunting. The dog was helpful.
Hmm.
And now we are gathering. We're not building anything.
Explore. Or yeah, you're gathering. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
so
gathering, and it's a sure thing.
we're gathering 2 wood, and it's a sure thing. Okay, so that's great. You know what? We might actually lose some of that food from. Okay, we'll have to see because we might lose that food from the weather. Ugh, oh boy.
What's that?
Oh boy, we might lose that food from the weather. I keep forgetting about the weather. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've done that. Now we just get to clean up the camp. So we bump our morale by 2. We each get 2 determination tokens, and that is really good. Okay, so bump that 1, 2, and then now we are in said weather phase, unfortunately. So got to roll that die. Let's see what we get. We only got 1. So that means we have to get rid of 1 food and 1 wood. You know what we still have? Did we use our biscuits?
Yeah, we got our biscuits right there.
Did we ever use
We
that?
have 1 biscuit left. We have 1 biscuit left.
Huh. Okay. Well, so we have to get rid of a wood. We have to get rid of a food. And now that's the weather phase. So I'm almost wondering.
Hold on a second. I don't know if we have a biscuit
Didn't we use that?
because I think because I was talking about splitting it with you, and then
Yeah.
you said, "Oh, I think you should take it because yeah.
I think we lost that. Okay.
Biscuits are gone."
Okay, sweet. So we've gotten that, and now we're in the night phase. So we both have to eat. And unfortunately, I cannot heal us up. But maybe if we can get an extra food, I don't know. If we go exploring and find another animal or something.
We have 4 wood, so we're going to be able to do the wood pile.
Heck yeah, and I say we go back to our sweet camp so that we don't. So that we can maybe, I don't know, build up a roof level again.
Right, and we can maybe find those bricks someplace. We got to find the clay in the hills or whatever.
Yeah, so. Yep. You guys die yet? No, Ben. We're doing great. Shockingly well, actually, which means for sure we've played it wrong somehow, but that's okay. Yep. So we're done the night phase. We are good there. We move back up to.
Oh, we had this 1 wood token. I'm gonna exchange that.
Let's get it. Right? Let's burn it. Do it. Okay, sweet. So now we're in the next round, and I think you are the first player now. So then we've got our event phase. Let's see what happens. Exhausting night. You have not slept well. Some of you didn't sleep at all. You had dreadful nightmares. You feel terribly tired. We have to put a reroll in the build action space. During the next build, if we roll a success, we have to reroll the first result. So a couple of things happen here. We have to put this token right here. Where is it?
It's right
there. There we go. Yeah. We have to put that next to the build action. So the next build action is going to suck because we have to use an extra pawn and we have to re-roll a success if we roll a success. After that, they'll go away. But the next action is going to be tough. Then, since this moves down and there's no other space for it, this moves off, meaning that this event now resolves the bottom part of the card, which says we have to put another cloud on the weather space. So this weather phase is going to be potentially rough. So we've got a for sure cloud on the weather space, and we're rolling a weather die. I honestly think it might be beneficial.
There's like 5 blanks on that weather die, right?
I don't think there are any blanks on this weather die.
There's any blanks.
What may be beneficial is to see, we could use our storm glass to see how many clouds we're going to roll, or we could just prepare for the worst, thinking like we could know what's coming, or we could prepare for what could be really bad potentially. I don't know, because it may be better to save that weather die for when we start rolling 3. I don't know.
Unfortunately, I think most of what we need to do, even though I want to build that wood pile, I think we need to start protecting against the weather because it's about to get really rough.
Yeah. That's
Unfortunately.
true. That is true. Now we could just, so we haven't produced yet.
We have no more animals to hunt, so we need to explore too.
So first off, you get 2 morale or 2 determination tokens, and now we produce, which means we're going to get 2 more wood because we are back on our +2 space. So we actually are okay on wood right now, as far as like we're going to have 3 extra that we're not using.
So the other thing I want to tell you, just so you have this in mind, is that I can discard 2 determination tokens, and I have 4 right now. I can discard 2 to actually re-roll any brown dice.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. I also I can discard 3 to get an additional person for the building action.
Okay.
So that's another way I could. So, if it tells me to re-roll, then I can also re-roll if that re-roll is bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's good for a few things. I mean, I feel like, because you can also discount the cost of building something too. Well, because your extra pawn is a 3 cost, and then your we've got options. So do you think we have enough to knock out the next level of our wood pile? Because we'll have 3 left over.
Yeah, what we need to do is probably build this, and if we had 3, that's a good start there, right?
We could do it twice potentially, because you could discount it by 1. Now you could discount it by 1.
We can only go 2. Yeah.
And remember, we can do this action down here, the move.
Oh, I forgot about
to
this
bump it by
here,
1.
Right.
Okay, I think we're in good shape. So let's do this. Let's put our wood here. We'll knock out the next level. We're only 1 away from building the fire. Now, speaking of, we do actually need to build the fire at some point.
Did you move this over here?
Yeah. We've already knocked 1 off. That's what gave us our weather token.
Yeah, but this one went floating. I don't know why.
It got pushed.
Okay.
From the right side.
No, this one hasn't gotten pushed.
Well,
that one got.
Yeah, it got pushed from the right space to the left space.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we're good. So we only need 1 more level of our fire. We need to bump up our roof level, which I think we could absolutely do. Like we could go do this, which will bump us 1 more.
That gives us 1 roof level.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Put Friday there for now. We can determine who wants to go there.
It's beneficial to explore, right? Because we need to try and find something for hopefully that brick.
And I tell you to go in the middle again.
Oh yeah, that's true. So we go there. And then what else should we do? We should try and build. What if we did? Now remember, the first build action that we take is going to require an additional pawn.
Right. So I could do a double pawn here.
You could do a double pawn. You potentially have enough to re-roll. Well, okay. Oh, man.
So yeah, I can roll a couple of times.
Well, but so if we did this,
do fewer wood.
If we did this, we could both be risky, but we could potentially, if you reduce the cost of the build by 1, we could potentially get the roof level up to 3. Because it would only cost you 1 to do your build, we would have 2 left over to do my build, and we would just be risky with our rolls. Because
I don't even know if we can get a success though.
Well, we could. We would just have to roll 2 successes in a row.
Right. If we get a failure, the re-roll goes away, and then I can re-roll because I spent conviction and get a success possibly.
Well,
right?
It's the first success you roll.
Is that what it said?
You have to re-roll. Yeah. Let's see here.
All
The reroll token is the first success you roll, you have to reroll. I mean, it's gonna be really risky if we do it this way, but
All right.
or we could play it safe, and we're still gonna get a roof level of 2.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean,
Well, the other thing I could do is I could go with you.
the only other
And
thing
that
to
way I'm on both rolls.
yeah, because I mean, the only other thing to think about is we're gonna need food too. Now I have enough tokens to get us 1 food for free, but we're gonna be short of food.
Oh no.
So we might need to gather food. That might be a moot point.
All right.
I'll go try and gather some food and just be,
Ay, ay, ay.
and then you'll do a risky roll that you can re-roll.
Yep. All right.
All right, cool.
We got to knock that out somehow anyway. So.
Yeah. All right. So first things first.
So you're going to put 2 wood on there?
Well, yeah, because then that way you can save your determination token to re-roll. I mean, honestly, if you roll well, you can use those abilities at any time. So you may be able to reduce it by 1.
Okay.
All right. So first things first, Friday does this. We bump our roof and palisade by 1. This goes away. So that's great. Then we start doing our build stuff. So first action requires an extra pawn. That goes away. And potentially, if you roll well, we might have to re-roll that success.
Right. If I don't roll well, then we might have to re-roll at a cost of a determination. What is going on with this? Come on. Click, click, click. There we go. All right.
Okay. All right, so you take 1 wound, which lowers our morale. You have to re-roll that success. Let's see. So this is gone. This has been resolved. So let's see what happens.
So.
Oh my gosh. so then now you could use your determination tokens to save one of our wood.
Oh, okay.
Because you didn't need to use your reroll.
I have to use 2 of them. Bam, bam.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
All right.
And so then we build on the roof. So now we have a 2 roof.
Which is great. That'll be super helpful. Okay, now we are to the gather. So I'm going to try and gather some food for us, which we're going to need. So let's see what I get. All right, I got a success with an adventure. So let's see what happens. Shuffle into the event deck. Winter is coming. We need to be prepared for that.
Oh no.
Shuffle. All right. But we get a food, so that's helpful. And then now we go and sure thing explore. So no adventure required. And maybe we'll get a discovery token. We did. Maybe it'll give us some food. Who knows? Maybe our luck will continue. So we'll put this over here.
Unfortunately, it's a river with not a hill.
Yeah, we needed hills. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Is it a brick?
It's 2 food.
What is it?
2 food.
All right, man.
I was thinking it might give us food, and boy, did it. It gave us some food.
Awesome.
All right, so
Great.
So now we have done all of our actions. So we're in the weather phase. Best roll possible would be a 1 cloud. So let's see what we get. Nope, we get 2 clouds. So we have to lose a wood and a food. But that's okay because that still gives us enough food.
Yeah.
With this.
Because that too is what we're going to eat.
Yeah, that still gives us enough to where we're not hungry.
Right.
So now we've done the weather phase. Now we're in the night phase. So night phase, we're back in our shelter. No.
Right.
exposure
We're going to
damage.
eat that food.
Use that. We're good there. And I mean, I could potentially heal one of it. Well, I think we're okay for now. I mean, if I take a wound, we'll lose another morale, but I think we're okay-ish on wounds right now. So
The one thing that you can do, this is just me, instead of eating the food, you should spend the food for the fireplace. You'll get, oh, hold on. No, because when you take a damage, the morale go down. Dang.
yeah, I mean,
You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't have to eat the food. What I can do is I'll take 1 damage and then you'll heal me twice.
well, you take 2 damage if you don't eat.
Oh, it's 2 damage. Never mind.
Yeah, you take 2 damage if you don't eat.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought I was outsmarting the system.
I mean, I think we're still in fairly good shape. We can I think we're okay-ish. I mean, we can start, honestly, if we can get this built and we can get if we can get our fire built and we can get the fire built, like we can just straight up stay in camp. Like I mean,
yeah.
You know, so we're in round 6.
All right, we're gonna move this.
Or 7 rather. So now we're going to start rolling all of our dice. Do we want to see what we're going to roll? This goes away, which is nice.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Why don't we use one of these just to kind of help us plan?
Okay.
So that we can stay ahead of the game.
Let's see what we're rolling. All right, we have roll. Holy crap!
So one of that
we're gonna have to burn 3.
One of the snows is a rain instead.
That's true. So we will have to burn 2 wood. We don't get an animal, which is great. And if we can increase our roof level by 1, we won't have to lose the food. So good grief. Now we are going to produce some more. We are going to get 2 more wood. So let's see here. So we're back in. Well, let's see. We're going to go back into event. See what happens here.
Something awesome.
Put a +1 marker next to the hunting deck. We have ravenous predators. And to get rid of the ravenous predators, we actually have to have the fire built. So this pushes this. Now we don't have another animal here just yet, so it's not like, but it's going to be a harder action next time we go and do that. Okay, and we want to get rid of this event because losing 2 morale would be brutal.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So now we're on to morale phase. I think I'm the first player again, so I'm piling up on tokens here, so I need to use some of these abilities somehow.
Yep.
Okay, so
we need to get you food is what we need to do.
Well, and that's the thing. I can create a food with my special ability. I actually have enough now to get a food and then use it to heal with my abilities, so I could do that. So let's see here. So we've got that. Now we are in our production phase. We're going to get 2 more wood, which is great. Man, that hatchet has been so great this game. So we've got that, and then now we're in the actions. So we're going to need...
We will eventually have enough wood.
Yeah, we're going to need 2 wood at the end of this round just for the fire. Right. Yeah.
But we're going to get 2 wood each round, so I feel like we're going to be able to have the 5 wood that we need.
Yeah, if we just kind of keep.
Yeah.
So I still want to gather. I want to try and get as much wood as we can, just until we don't need it, and then
we need to build that roof or something. We don't have any animals, so we can just do it with wood.
Now you could do it for 1 with your ability. And then also I could try and build the fire, because we're going to need the fire, which will allow us to do the next round's event. So let's see here. We could.
So I'm building a roof for sure.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and build the fire. Now, we have Friday, we have the dog. We could try and explore again.
Gather food.
We could
We need
gather.
food.
Yeah, so Ephraim says, okay, sorry, we got some comments. Sorry, why don't you use old clothes? We are going to be using old clothes. You didn't have to roll the building dice because you had 2 tokens. Well, we had the extra. We had the token that said it requires an extra pawn, so we had to roll risky, or we had to do a risky. Replying to a frame, when I succeeded once, I almost cried. I was so happy. It took about 20 tries. Yeah, we are doing pretty well, Ben. We're doing way better than I thought we were going to be doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. We do need to gather probably. So what if, now are we going to try and gather wood or food? Food, right? We're going to need food.
I think we need food.
Yeah.
Because we need to heal and that kind of thing.
Okay, so I'm going to try and gather some food.
And like I said, I think we're going to have enough wood.
Yeah. Especially if we build up the roof.
We will have enough wood when we need it.
Yeah.
Possible. So I really feel like surviving is our best thing right now. Getting food, building our roof, that kind of thing is going to be a big deal.
Yeah. So I'm going to risky build the fire because it's more important that we for sure get a food, I think. So maybe, well, actually, hold on though. We really need to get this resolved. We don't want to let that push off. So let's let him do that. And
right. And this one, we're going to need a fire to get rid of the animals.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to build the fire. Hopefully we'll be able to build it.
Right. Otherwise, we get -1 palisade, which is probably not a big deal right now, especially if we don't explore it. It's really hard for an animal to come out. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more difficult.
I mean, this just makes this token just makes it more difficult. What tokens are on page like 13? I think that one just makes it more difficult to hunt. Like you have to it requires an additional.
It's a +1 to their attack.
Yeah.
+1 to their attack.
This token, it increases the beast strength by 1 during the next hunt action. It's discarded after that action. So
we don't really care about that.
Yeah, that's nothing right now.
Right. And we've got enough palisade right now that even if this other card came off, it would just take out that palisade, and we're not being attacked by animals right now anyway.
That true.
Would be the only animal attack we have right now.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing that could get us that would hurt us from palisade is the storm token, which hasn't come up yet. So I think we're fine on palisade level. But if we do, let's see. So we've got one of your pawns left. What's more important? We could gather.
So we can guarantee the roof.
That's probably pretty good. Guaranteeing the roof. Yeah, because then that would ensure.
You still have the dog. You still have the dog that you haven't done.
Well, the dog can only help me. I'm trying to gather. The dog can only help me explore or fight.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm being risky, but I don't know. I feel like we're okay-ish. And I do actually have, I can actually re-roll a gathering die, a gray die. Okay. So if I roll really badly, I can re-roll.
Right.
All right, sweet. Let's see here. So,
hey, old Benny boy's here.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Ben?
I didn't know if it was actually going to work, but I just joined it. But it looks like you have a setup, so sweet.
Yeah. We're just doing it through Skype, so you can hop in for sure. Are you able to? Well, I was about to say you can just hop in and play, but you can give us your advice.
Yeah, we're out of here, Ben. You take over.
Oh, no.
We did a great job.
So I think we have the next round planned out. I think we're doing okay for now, right? I mean,
yeah,
we've got the weather planned out.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Well, so we're in our action phase.
This is a rain, not a snow.
That's true. Yeah, we got our old clothes, so we're good.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
nice.
All right, sweet. Well, now we've got our Robinson ringer in here. He can help guide us through the rest
Right.
the rest of this.
I mean, almost there. I mean, I'm watching on the stream, so everything's delayed at this point.
Yeah,
Unless I can join on Tabletopia somehow.
yeah. Well, I put the if you're in the chat, I put the link to it to the game in chat if you want to come and be a spectator.
Oh, sure.
So first off, we get rid of this event. Friday does that for us, so we're good. We get our now Friday actually gets the determination token, which is a bummer, but we do get rid of that event, which is great.
Right. We don't get the -2 morale.
Yeah, that is not preferable.
No.
And then we're gonna build. So let's try. You can for sure build. So are you gonna use your?
I can use the thing because I've got stuff.
Okay.
So I'm going to get rid of my determination tokens and make that happen without using any wood.
We're at 3. That is great. That's enough for this round, so we're good. So this goes away, and now I'm going to risky build. Let's see if I can build this fire or fail miserably in the process. Let's see. Oh man,
You built it.
we have not.
A little bit of an adventure.
Yeah, let's see what happens. At least, I mean, we haven't.
Your fire gets put out. Restart it.
Yeah, that would be. Oh my gosh.
No.
It's bad. It's bad. So we have a hungry predator. Your palisade talk may come into play here. We have to decide. We can either get 2 wounds. Oh, we can either get 2 wounds, 2 food, and a pelt, and discard this card, or we can discard 1 food and lose 1, and then we shuffle this into the.
I can take 2 wounds.
Man, well, I'm doing the action, so I have to take the wounds. But that's still
like a free hunting action, basically.
Yeah, it brings us back to 0. That's not bad.
I say we do it because it's going to give us a pelt and 2 food.
All right, I'm moving the morale down 1 because of your wound.
Okay, that's fine. I feel like that's the better call, right? I mean, we get 2 food, we get a pelt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sweet. Yeah. And then that food might allow me to heal some. I think that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, because if we can get the wood, if we can get the last fire built, like I can just go squat and heal, like, the last couple of rounds. So
just gonna get to round 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's done. The fire is built, which is great. So now we have what we need the last bit to win the scenario.
Right.
And now we are going to gather. So let's see if I gather us another food. Let's see what happens. And roll. All right. So I could take another wound, or I could try and re-roll that die. I know for sure it's a success.
You've got so many determination tokens. Please re-roll the dice.
Yeah, let's do it. I think that's a good call. All right, so re-roll. Nothing. Oh my gosh. That's so great. Good call. All right, so we get a success. We get an extra food. Good grief. The dice are being kind this game.
Fantastic.
All right, sweet.
We'll be able to heal some. You will be able to heal.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got that, and I think that's everything, right? We've done the thing, and we have to burn our 2 wood because we've got 2 because we're in the weather phase, so we have to burn our 2 wood
because we have 2 snow.
Because we got 2 snow, but we have our roof level, so we lose no food and we lose no wood, which is great.
Right.
And now we're in the night phase, so we eat our food. This goes away. I think we heal up some. I'm going to spend my determination tokens to heal. And then we're...
Wait, whoa. Determination tokens? No. You got this right here.
No, I haven't built it. I haven't built it yet.
He built the fire.
I have to build. These are our personal items, so we can build these. I mean, that's good. Yeah. But I'm using my special ability.
Right.
That's fine. I mean, I think we're still okay.
All right.
Good.
All right, so we've done that, and yeah, we're in round 8. We're in round 8. We've got two more rounds to potentially try and build this fire. We've got everything we need. We just have to survive and build this fire, but we are going to have some
Draw
events
the
happen.
terrible card.
I know. Yeah, we've got stuff coming up. Now, who's the first? I think you're the
You just
first.
have to get that wood on there, and you're good.
Yeah.
The wood right?
There we go.
ouch.
So,
Wait, now, I think
tools
you're
are
the first
breaking.
player.
Each player must discard 1 determination token.
Okay. We both take a. We each take
And then
2
it says
wounds,
draw another card.
actually, because that's the unfulfilled demand thing, right? If you can't lose something, you each take a wound.
Yes.
Okay, so we each take 2 wounds because we cannot lose. So 1, 2. Yeah.
No, you only lose one.
One.
Only 1?
Yes.
Yeah, for 1 token.
1 wound per
Well, but
thing that you don't get done.
It said each player must discard 1.
Right.
Both
so
of us
you
couldn't.
lose 1 and I lose 1.
Or you can take a wound. In this
Right.
case,
So I take a wound and you take a wound.
But the whole unfulfilled demand thing is we both take a wound, right?
Yes, but it's only 1.
it depends on what you're doing.
Well, it's an event card, so we
The
would.
event card say you would, but it says here discard 1 or you get 1 wound. So like you have a choice.
So you might discard 1 thing. You wouldn't take 1 wound if I didn't discard a determination token.
I thought you would though, because if you can't discard something, then each player takes a wound.
Yeah, but it's giving you a choice here. It's not,
this is a little bit different.
No, it says.
Discard
Oh no! Oh, it's the. No! It's the bottom that we have to resolve. It's not giving us a choice. This is the event happening.
that's the bottom of the event. Okay. Yeah. So the bottom one, the bottom means you'd have to each discard 1. If you can't, then you each suffer a wound if you cannot meet that requirement.
So that's the thing. Both of us have to take 2 wounds because we
No,
both.
it's just 1 wound. It's just 1 wound per player. Because saying per player.
I thought so if like for instance, if I can't discard a food during the night phase, we both take a wound, right? This is the same thing. There's 2 things that we can't discard.
Yeah, this is different. You'd have to look up that rule, but basically that's what I'm like 99% sure that what I'm saying here is correct. You each just take a wound.
So if we each take 1, I lower the morale by 1
because you healed over the line and then went back down.
And then have you taken your 1 wound?
Did.
Okay.
Get your hands.
So that's 1. That is 1 event card. Now we do our next thing. Now we have to put something on the green if possible. Choose an island tile adjacent to your camp and turn it face down. It becomes inaccessible. What about the beach?
Yeah, get rid of the beach.
We don't need the beach.
We don't need the beach. And it's got that darn marker on it and everything. We don't want that.
Because the only thing that's going to make us lose is the shovel, which we didn't build anyway.
You turn the beach into a volcano. Good job.
Yeah, we're destroying this island. And now we don't have the stuff we need to build the shovel.
Yep.
All right.
And the next event card is going to require the shovel. But it's okay. All right. Okay, so we made it through the event phase. Now we actually have the fire that we need to get rid of this event card, though. Because getting rid of wood is bad. I don't want to.
Now you need as much wood as you can get right now.
Right, and I think you should probably take that because you got the healing thing. So I think you should put your pawn on that. But
okay.
Hold on, we don't have. Yeah, we got the fire. Yeah.
We do have the fire.
You guys still need 5 wood, dang.
Okay, so here's the thing. So we've done the event. Now we have the morale phase.
Oh yeah. Sorry, we didn't do that correctly.
I am the first player again, so we each have to take another wound, right? Because I can't.
Yes.
You just take 1 wound.
I just take the wound. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
jeez.
Yeah, so we've done that. Now we are in the production phase. We get 2 more wood.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it would be worth it.
How are you going to eat tonight?
Well, Good question. By gathering, hopefully,
We're gonna gather.
and maybe exploring. We'll see. So
I'm gonna roast Paul or the dog in the volcano.
See,
That's-
yeah, see, now this kind of part we're getting where you actually have to explore more, so you can find more sources of wood and food. And
Well,
using a
we've got
forklift,
enough wood. We're gonna have enough wood.
yeah,
yeah, but the problem is the longer you have to stay in this game, the more wounds you're going to take, the more bad things are going to happen to you. So your goal is to finish the game as fast as possible.
But we can only finish in round 10. That's 2 rounds from now. We got to survive. The
Yeah,
more wood and determination tokens that Paul gets, I think the better off we are at this point. That's my take
oh
on
my
it.
gosh, you guys,
That could
we're
be
playing
wrong.
the unfulfilled demand wrong. If it's
Huh?
during the event phase, each player takes the wound for each thing. It's page 24. Check it. Check
with
me.
that.
All right, so we've done the event. We need to get.
Yep.
I feel like we need to. I don't know if we're going to need the wood because of snow. Do we want to use the weather glass again, the storm glass, to see what we're going to need?
Sure.
Okay, so we're using that.
Why
Let's
not?
see what we get. We're rolling all 3.
Go ahead. I'm not rolling them.
Let's see here. Holy crap. Okay, no snow. We're fine on snow. We just have to get rid of a food.
All right. So we need extra food.
We need to focus on food, but that also means that I feel like we would probably be safe putting some towards our fire. Because we need to get, I feel like at this point we need to try and just get the fire built and survive 2 more rounds.
Whatever.
All
Whatever,
right.
scaredy cat. Whatever
So
you want to do.
we put 2 more wood on the fire, and we put 2 more
I
wood
gotta
on the
go get
fire.
some food.
We do need food. We're going to lose 1 food, and we need 2.
Right. We're not going to lose any more wood, hopefully. And the thing is that if, like, next round we're going to get 2, and we still can't be at 5, and the next round we got to be at 5, right?
Yeah, but potentially
When does
we
that happen?
immediately. The second we do it, we're safe. So we could do it, but we have to do it. We have to put the wood on the fire before the action phase. So if I can gather, we know for sure we're not going to lose the wood because of weather, because we've rolled this and our roof level is at 3. So we're fine there. We are going to lose a food.
I think we
if-
gather a lot of food this turn, and next turn we gather a lot of wood.
Either way, I mean, yeah, we
That's what I say.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, we need the food. And if
Yeah.
if I increase our morale by 1, get 2 more. No, okay, I lost the token. I was thinking I had 1 more somehow. Oh, but I'm going to get 1 more. I'm going to get 1 more. If I did this, I could
Yep.
increase our morale to where we don't lose 1, so we don't do the
Yep.
whole unfulfilled demand thing, because that's brutal. Then I could use, if we get an extra food, I could use it to heal one of us.
Yep.
So let's
And
see
I've
if
got-
Friday can gather 2.
I've got 2 guys.
So we have 3 sources, so we could get 3 food. But
Hey,
if
let's let Friday get hurt. Can we let Friday
Yeah.
get hurt?
Yeah, he can get hurt. He hasn't gotten hurt this entire game.
Do you want me to get food for sure and Friday to try to get food? Or do we need more than that? Do I need to take 2 risky food gathering actions?
Not
Things will expire, right?
well.
Well,
if
no, he's going to use it to heal.
so what I could do, we could only get enough food. We could only, because I was going to use a food to heal myself too. I could just do the heal action, and then if we need another food for some reason, I could get the determination tokens and then use my determination tokens to get us a food.
Yeah.
So I could heal 1 right here. We could we could risky gather with Friday, for sure gather with you so that you're safe.
Whoa. Interesting.
And then I think we're good, right? Well, no. What was I thinking? I was thinking that you could do the event. Oh,
Yeah,
but
we
then-
have to get that event done.
We need to get that out
you
of the
need to
way.
do the event. You need to. I would not heal. I would do the event.
do the
and get
event.
the other
Yeah.
token.
Yeah. Yeah, you should almost never take the heal action. That's very like unless you're like just about to die and you're about to win the game, you should never take that action.
Well, the thing is I'm
You have
one,
plenty
two,
of wounds
three,
at
four.
this
I'm
You're gonna
5
be
away.
fine.
I'm 5 away, so we're
it's
probably
either
fine.
whether we get right now, we're only going to get 2 food.
Yeah, but that's what but since I'm taking the event,
So that could be 3 food.
I could have enough to get us
One
3.
of them's going to get burnt on the storm, and
So
the
we
other
have enough.
going to eat.
We have enough. Yeah.
Oh, you actually know your weather. Okay, that's right because of you didn't use storm glass. Okay.
Yeah, because I can generate 3, so
right.
we're good. We have just enough.
So this is good. This will get us through the turn.
Okay, sweet. So first things first is event. Well, we're in the action phase. First things first is event, so we get rid of that. I get 1 determination token. That goes away. Fantastic. And I will take it. Use that. Then we are not building anything. We're gathering, right? So first gather is a sure thing for you. So we get a food, which is great. Now Friday is going to risky gather. So the only bummer, what if he fails? If he fails, we might have to take a wound, but well. He did not, and he just takes a wound because we don't actually have to resolve that whole thing.
Friday doesn't go on adventures,
which is so good because those cards can be brutal.
He goes on an adventure, but they always end in him taking a wound.
Friday is the adventure.
Yeah, something just happens to Friday, and we don't know what it is, but that's fine.
So we get a food.
We get another food, and
I go and we get a food.
Yeah. And we get it. So we've gotten our 2 food. Now I'm going to increase morale by 1. I get 2 more determination tokens, and I can chunk those to get a 3rd food. And we're good. So that's the round. We go, this moves down. We now have access to it. I've chunked these to gain a 3rd food.
Right, you had a 3rd food.
And now we're in weather, which means we have to...
Get it back.
Oh, there we go. Now we discard the 1 food because of the die. We eat the 2 food because of this. And now we're in the night phase, and we've survived. We're good.
Because our palisade is 3, and that's 3 weather, so that we're good. Awesome.
Yeah, and we had no fire. So now we don't know what we're going to get at the end of this one, or we had no snow rather. We don't know we don't know what we're going to get at the end of this round, but you know, man, that storm glass is really nice later.
Who cares? We can take wounds because we're going to win the next round.
So you're first player.
So Paul, I did look that roll up. There's an example in here. It says if the first player must discard 3 determination tokens but only has 1, they suffer 2 wounds. That's one of the examples.
Oh, there it is.
I thought it said each player takes 1.
No.
It's a little confusing because it says here, if your demand cannot fully
I'm trying to make it harder.
Fulfilled, you suffer 1 wound for each resource / level you cannot fulfill. Does not say anything about determination.
Yeah, I think this game is hard enough. There's no reason to try to make it harder. If you're reading rules, this is my thing. You're spending too much time reading rules trying to make it harder. That's
no. But here's the thing, though.
Thing ever.
It happened.
Listen, after we win this scenario, you can read the rules and tell us what we did wrong. But I want to live.
Because during the morale phase, it's the first player. It's the only the first player who gains or loses the morale. That's why it says the sentence that's throwing me off is it says other occurrences during the event phase or during another phase cause all characters to suffer 1 wound. So the example they give is during the weather phase, 3 rain clouds are showing and the roof level is 0. You have to discard 3 wood and 3 food. If you only have 2 wood and 2 food and no wood, each character suffers 4 wounds.
But here's the thing. Thematically, that makes sense because our roof wasn't good enough to protect us. So we both take wounds. In this other case, we had to discard whatever it was. Each of us had to discard 1.
It was during the event phase, though.
It was a personal event. That's what I would say.
All right. Well, Ignazi, we need to ping Ignazi out after this and tell him to come watch us and tell us if we're right or wrong.
I'm sure we're doing it right. Okay. So anyway.
Joanna that. I'm so
This is why there are 3,000 BGG posts on this game.
Right.
All right. Okay. So we're in the event phase. Let's see what happens. So bottom we lose a morale. Okay, so winter depression. We have no good clothes. Our clothes are old. No good shelter. It's just natural. It's not a hut, and we are tired, hungry, and cold. All right. I mean, that's thematic. We're getting into the winter, so
I'm moving this down one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone's taking a look.
All right.
So we're in the morale phase, and you're the first player.
Good
so
Lord, and I can't get rid of a thing, so I lose a. That's all right.
You take the wound, which is better than if I take the wound because we don't lose a morale.
100%. 100%.
So now we get our production.
Oh, by the way, we did not move this. We are in round 9.
Round 9.
Really
That's true.
Important. Move that marker.
That is true. So we're in the morale. You lost your thing. You've done your wound. Now we produce. So we get 2 wood. I almost think that since we don't know if we're going to have snow or not, we should probably hold off on putting the wood down on the fire because we might need it for snow.
Right.
But we should still try and gather.
Next round, right here is where we will win, right? We put 3 wood on there. We win. The game's over.
Yeah, we should gather as much wood as we can and food. Wood and food.
You win immediately if the wood pile is complete and the fire item has been built.
Which we can do. We can do if we can survive the weather phase and gather enough wood.
Right.
And not lose enough wood. So we need to just focus on food and wood, right? So
try not to die.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say we just gather like crazy. Like gather food, gather food, yeah. And then maybe gather like 1 wood just in case if we roll 3 snow or something.
Well, I can for sure gather a wood, or you can for sure gather a wood. Either way, I'm less hurt than you. So why don't I take the riskier gather and you for sure gather the food?
Well, yeah, and so here's the other thing. So if this pushes, nothing happens, so we're fine there. I'm just trying to think so next round, I'm going to take a wound because we are losing a morale, but I'm okay on wounds right now. Because we have to get through the morale phase. So I'm fine if we do that. So let's see here. We have enough. Now, we can't roll more than... We could roll 4 clouds. It is possible that we could roll 4 clouds. So we could gain a wound from roof level.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what could happen.
With that. That ain't never going to happen.
Okay. But we also might, so we should potentially try and gather an extra food just in case we roll to lose a food die.
I think that you should go here and I should take the risk because I've got more health than you.
Okay, so we for sure get a food. We risky get some food, and then Friday will hopefully get us an extra wood just in case we roll a whole bunch of snow.
Right.
Okay, sweet. So event happens, nothing there. We don't build, we just gather. So I'm going to for sure gather some food. We'll get that knocked out. So there's 1 food. Now we do the risky stuff.
All right. So I'm going to gather. Shifty. All right, here we go. Gathering. All right, we're gonna have we gathered food, so give us another banana.
That's good.
I guess
banana-shaped fish, and then we get this.
I got there.
Discard this card or get 1 food per player and shuffle this into the event deck.
There you go.
That food. I think that food is worth it because we might not even get that, right? If we can get what we need this round, we won't have to deal with that event.
Do you really want to get the baby birds? Come on, man. Have a soul.
Absolutely.
Look, we can have a soul or we can win, okay?
Yeah. No, we're good. Get rid of that card.
All right, we got it. It's gone. Now,
all right.
So that was one of that was for the food?
Right, that was that one.
Okay.
Now we're going to go for the we're going to try to get the banana-shaped bird.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So
so we did not get the banana-shaped bird.
But that's okay. I think we're okay because we got 1 card.
I got 2 determination tokens, though.
Here we go. And now Friday's going to roll. And let's see
You
what.
give it adventure.
I had an
Oh,
event.
right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We have to do that first.
An adventure. See the world.
Adventure.
Die
Here
to
we
the
go.
world. Aha, there it is.
Cover the terrain type where you're gathering resources. This was treat this as unexplored on this tile. So
All right, so no more birds.
we have gotten all the birds.
And
No more.
Those cards are nasty. That's what makes gathering this
Yeah, it's actually.
And this-
Oops. What the heck?
scenario.
Down
Oh,
here.
right there. Right,
Plays your
right, right.
terrain.
And now
right.
Friday. Let's see what Friday does. Let's see if he can get us another wood just in case. He did. He takes a wound. Not the end of the world because he's got 2 more to give. All right, sweet.
Good, looking good.
So let's see. Let's see if we have enough wood to win this thing. We definitely got the food, I think. So he got us a wood. Now we've gotten all this food. We've got a pelt that's just hanging around.
Yeah, lots of food.
But now we're in the weather phase. Let's see what happens.
Roll the dice.
Come on.
Good stuff.
Oh, no. Hold
All
on.
blanks.
Hold on. Big money.
There
No
are no
whammies.
blanks.
Oh my gosh, I knew it.
Ooh.
Oh, you cracked
knew
our
it.
Easter egg.
Okay, so we lose a
Come on,
palisade,
man.
which is fine. We got 2 snow, so we have to get rid of 2 of our wood. I'm so glad Friday got us that wood.
One more round.
We have to. Oh no,
No.
because of the roof
wood.
level. Because of the roof level, we have to lose a wood and a food.
Yep.
Oh my
What?
gosh! Yep.
What are you talking about? What?
For every rain
Oh,
cloud
it's
you're missing, you get
4.
to pay food and
Ah, I
wood.
didn't see it
Yeah,
was
4.
4.
Yeah. So we have to survive another round. Okay,
You
so.
rolled terrible. That was
It's a pretty bad roll.
So I told you we could roll 4, and you said
That
it would
was-
never happen. It'll never happen. Said
I
Eric.
would know.
All right. So we each. The good news is we get rid of. Oh, but I don't have enough to heal us up, so we're gonna waste a food. Oh well. So we each eat. That's good, and then this food goes away. And now we are in round 10, which we're close. I mean,
well, we had to get rid of all of our wood.
we got
we're
rid
gonna
of
get
all of our
2.
wood because we. Okay, so we're back to the event phase. I'm the first
Event.
player.
Yes.
The event happens. What is going on with the event here? So we lose morale,
Why not?
which means I'm going to
Minus
take 2 wounds, and nothing happens from this, so that's fine.
2 wounds, we lose a morale.
We lose another morale because I've taken 2 wounds. Now we are producing
No!
2
Oh, we
wood.
were so close.
You're losing it?
Okay, we produced 2 wood. So we need to survive 1 more round. So how do we do this? We need food. We need 2 food.
We need more morale.
We need morale.
You could build that roof with a pellet.
I will get, hold on. If we don't build the morale thing, I will get 3 damage, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And the morale will go down twice.
Which would cause
It's
us.
because what's that?
It'll just stay at -3.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
the
Take an
morale.
action, at least you offset it, right?
The morale is the one track that doesn't trigger unfulfilled demands, I think. So
Good.
we would not gain more wounds from that.
So we don't care about that, maybe.
Well, I mean, you might want to take it so you can at least get the tokens to offset the number of wounds. Potentially.
I mean, so we need food. We need to make sure we can at least try and eat something. I
We
don't.
only have 2 places to gather food.
Yeah, so we need to gather from both if we can.
If
So-
you get the 2 determination tokens, you can make food.
I need 3. Now
Oh.
I could, if we spend 2, we could get 2 determination tokens and gain a morale. So I could go well, but
That's
okay.
the same as this.
So
Probably
we
should maximize how much wood you're getting, and then just try to end it next round. Otherwise, you're probably gonna be dead.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
get as much wood as we can. You said.
I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember what the event card is, but right now it's the gray one for the adventure. So if you remember what that is, that might be helpful.
Yeah.
What was that you put in there?
Well, we
We
need to
can
get
get-
food. We need to get food, and we need to try and get.
I got wood, 2 wood.
I wonder if.
Put Friday on with you or something, so that way you don't get more wounds because you could potentially die.
Well, who's first player next round?
Me,
You,
You
Eric
and
is.
the carpenter.
yeah.
Okay, so you'd still be alive then. Okay, even if you had -3.
I was almost thinking we could send Friday to risky build to
The roof?
potentially see if we could up our roof level just in case we roll 4 clouds.
It's not gonna happen again.
Okay, I'm for sure sending him because you said that.
What are you-
which means that it will 100% happen.
But look, here's the thing: you are gonna die. I don't want you to be rolling the dice and take wounds.
I know. I mean, if I rolled 2 wounds on both of my
I would
risky
rather you
actions.
do that because then that's one less
Oh my
possibility.
gosh. All right. Okay. Here we go.
I mean, everything's a risk and
I mean,
it's mitigation. I
I'm
feel
pretty
like
sure
this-
on the gather dice, it's like a 1 in 6 chance of getting a wound. So
yeah.
Here we go. All right, let's see what we can do. We're all gather all the time. So I for sure gather a food. That one's
Yeah.
knocked out of the way.
Which means you can also now, because you have a food, you can heal too. No,
I
you
can't.
can't. You
I
don't
can't.
have the fireplace.
We don't have that
I keep
built.
on thinking we got the fireplace. Dang,
So now I'm gonna risky gather. Let's see what. And I wish I had a couple of determination tokens because I can actually re-roll the gather dice. But
a question: did you guys use old clothes on the last weather phase?
No. No, was there snow?
no,
there
no,
was
it just
snow.
says keep this card from now on.
Yeah. So I think you might have one
A
extra.
snow is a rain. So we had the same number of clouds, but we shouldn't have burned a wood.
Yeah,
we
you should
won.
So we
have-
have an extra
We
wood.
won. We win. I forgot about old clothes. We win.
Well,
there
that
you
was-
go. I'm glad I
right.
saved you guys.
Oh my goodness!
Thank
I
you, Ben.
forgot
Ben-
about old. Ben
Ben
saved the
also-
day. We tried to make it really hard.
I mean, you probably would have made it this round if you would have done it.
Holy cow! Yeah. So let's see. Let's assume we would have gotten all the
Let's go through. I'm
things.
curious.
We would have been okay, I think, because
Yeah.
we would have
That would
potentially
have
gotten
died.
wood.
That's
We wouldn't have
3
lost
ranks.
any food. We would have been fine on the thing, so we probably would have still been fine anyway. But yeah, we won because of old clothes. Holy
We won
cow!
either way.
Well, tell Ignazi that his game is super easy, and I don't know how he thinks that this is hard at all. I mean,
I
now you can
think-
play without the dog.
We have to
That's
explain,
true.
right? And we have to explain how you can use a goat and a gun to kill 2 things at one time.
that's true. You fire the goat at the animal, and that
Yes. And then that works out perfect. See, and this is the thing, Paul, is like I'm fine with those kind of things. I'm good with it because this game kills me all the time.
I
But
know.
like you're looking up rules to try to figure out how we're gonna die.
That's okay. That's just
I'm like an eternal optimist. I want to try to figure out, I want them to go in the right direction. Now, if I find out a rule where I've gotten something wrong, then I will go with whatever I learned later. But during the game, I don't like looking at rule books if I can avoid it.
Yeah, I
I'd
mean, I
rather-
feel like you should do you spend a minute or something like that and figure it out. If you can't, then just pick something.
well, and that's my home base. I'm Mr. Rules Lawyer because I always want to play it exactly how the designer. But then you listen to Ignazi. He's like, I don't care about rules. Play it where you have fun. So it's
Right,
like-
right.
Game is yours.
Right,
like,
exactly.
I don't care.
And that was one of the first conversations I had with Ignacy was I think we were discussing the rules of alien artifacts, and like I think I got a little adamant, like, no, it really should be this way. And he's like, look, when the game comes out, you can buy the game and play it any way you want.
yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's true. That's the beauty of board games, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, we did it. Congratulations.
how about it?
We did it, Mom. We won the game, and so I have now won the Castaways scenario twice. Fantastic.
This is
There
the
you go.
first time I've ever won this. I'm serious. I have died so many times trying to build that darn fire.
Well, I tell you, that
It's
hatchet, we got so lucky.
Right.
We got a natural shelter turn 1 with a wood source, and then we built the hatchet. Like, that was huge. That was such a big benefit throughout the game.
Yeah, that was. It felt like when me and you, Ben, played the zombie thing, and we got all that wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the definite priority, right? They get that camp built and then get the hatchet, at least, or maybe both at the same time. And the natural shelter saved you so many wounds throughout the game. If you didn't have that earlier, okay, how many wounds you have left, you'd be almost be dead.
That's the thing. My goal is to always try and explore until I can find a natural shelter. It's just so nice to be able to go find a natural shelter. The only bummer, like when we got kicked off of it, I was like, dang it, because we lost our roof and our palisade level when we got kicked off of
You gotta
that.
move.
I just found out
we had an event
else.
card.
Hey, I just found out something else.
Huh.
Look on my character. I have 2 determination tokens. You know what that means? We can do it with 1 less wood.
Oh, that's true.
Like we totally won this game. Totally.
Oh
won this
man.
game.
Even if we played a few rules looser than we should have, i.e. throwing a goat at an animal, I think we still won fair and square.
We did. It was awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, awesome. Well, Eric, thanks for hanging. I was going to do this solo, and good grief, I would have. I don't know that I would have survived, but thanks for hanging out, Ben. Thanks for jumping in and talking us through the end of it. And
So you guys actually survived.
yeah, this is, man, what a cool day. We won Robinson on stream. Who's going to believe us? Well, now we have it recorded.
It's recorded now. Everyone to see.
Awesome.
I feel more like Chevy every day.
Yeah, never going to lose this game.
Yeah. A little more champ in me. I got just a little bit more champ in me.
Well, hopefully, I don't know how many. I don't know if we still have anybody in chat or not, but hopefully everybody enjoyed this. My restream looks like it logged out, so who knows what happened. But thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out if you're still watching. And David and I think we'll be back in 2 weeks. And if anybody else is available, who knows who else will be joining us if we want to play something fun with 4 players, 3 players, who knows what'll happen there. But But thanks so much for hanging out, Eric. Thanks for hanging out, Ben.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
And I think the next stream will be Ignacy on Monday, hopefully. And then we'll have Eric streaming the Captain's Hour on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And so come hang out with us then. But until then, thanks so much for hanging out with us, everybody. We're going to go ahead and stop this stream.
Have a good one.